Yeah. Ahoy, you dirty Hexagon crypto pirates. Welcome to your Discourse Syndicate. The Captain, RG3, here at your service, all by his lonesome. Don't know what happened to DC. The rest of the Hexagons, haven't invited any of them. But hey, just me and you. That's what I like anyway, to be on. So, only one YouTube. No, I think there's two, unless I did get that stream off. I was trying to attempt to unfuck Restream's fuck up, which is what they did. They, for some reason, they like to double stream. I don't know what's going on with the Restream, but they are definitely jacking us, man. It's really pissing me off. But it looks like at least the title's updated. So, got some great DS news for you guys, for us, and for the Hexagons. We have monetized on YouTube. Yes, we have monetized on YouTube. We have super chats. We have the whole kabang kaboom. And we're pushing to YouTube live and following all of their soy boy sissies la la rules that they want us to abide by. No guns, no banter, no super cuss, no any of that bullshit. Anyway, I got to take this cover off. It was a little cold today, so I was running around the house with my jacket. But anyway, take that shit off. How's everybody doing? Let's see if I can pull up the Restream chat so I can start chatting with you guys. There it is. There it is. Look at that. Johnny No Good. Identity Block. Sammy in the house. Sammy, guys. Sammy is taking over the ship on Friday night. The ladies of Hex, Serena and Sammy, are going to take over, bring some of the ladies in, and bring you Discourse Syndicate, the female mutiny. So yeah, they're gonna take over on Friday night before the effing hangout starts, and then we'll join them and make it one big happy family. We'll let the ladies steer the ship around for a little bit and have at it, Hexagon lady pirate style. Yeah. So Sammy been killing it out there, working at night, getting to learn the stream. Appreciate you, girl. You're really one of us. You know, Sammy gets in there and hooks and jabs with everybody in the Twitters, and she's one of our biggest OG Hexagons, by the way. She's an OG, and nobody on YouTube. I think I want to put this out there. Nobody on YouTube is more OG than Serena Alonzi on her YouTube channel. I think that most of us Hexagons learned how to stake from her first video. So tip of the hat to Serena, and coming onto the ship on Friday. And she's as OG as it gets, guys. She was one of the first streamers, probably is the first streamer, but she was right there with Hexo, throwing it down. So Serena, gonna have her on Friday night before the effing hangout. So I think they're gonna start it at 5 Pacific time. Let me see what's going on here. Yeah, now everybody wants to. I sent all these messages out before the show. You freaking dirty pirates, and nobody answers me. And now everybody wants to answer me right when the show starts. Awesome, guys. Awesome. I'll catch up with you in a little bit, Pep. So look who's here. Who's here.
There we go.
Late Coin Moses, otherwise known as Dollar Lost Crypto.
Hey, can I tell you something though? Am I not on brand? Is Late Coin Moses not on brand? I'm saying like like the code doesn't lie, bro. You know?
You're right.
Sorry, man. I'm just feeling a little under the weather right now. It's fucking. It's rain. I worked yesterday in the rain and stuff, and I think that kind of messed me up, dude.
It was cold too, bro. That was like, I mean, look. I'm sorry. we're big wussies out here in California. When it gets 40, 30 degrees, 30 something, 40 degrees out in California, it's fucking cold, man. It's like I've been in sub degree weather. I did cold weather training in Wisconsin. I did, lived on the East Coast for a while, and it's just cold. Colorado, cold. Minnesota, fucking cold.
Yeah.
But something about California, when it gets to that 30, close to freezing, 40-degree weather, and it's freaking cold out here, man. It's like, because, we're all running around with flip-flops and shorts. I'm bummed, dude. I haven't had my flip-flops on in like fucking a week and a half. I'm pissed. I want to put my flip-flops back on. Yeah. My chanclas. Don't have my chanclas on, man.
No, well, it's just your body's trying to be efficient, right? So your body makes itself. It's like, imagine
you get scientific on me and shit.
No, well, it's not scientific. I mean, it just is what it is, right? It's like your body loves to do equilibrium, right? So it's the same thing with guys who do a bunch of roids without protecting themselves, like their balls shrink up because it's like, oh, what do I need this to? I don't need. Like that's what it does. So if it's like almost your body is like, okay, cool. I don't need to protect myself too much from the cold right now, because we're never in the cold. So I'll just take that energy and put it somewhere else. And then when it gets cold, that's why you get smashed, because your defenses are down.
Yeah.
And then once you get used to the cold, your body, you then can just work in the cold.
I had friggin' hail ice all over my car the other morning when I got out, and there was like ice all over the windshield.
Hey, I am down 7 pounds today. I mean, since I started. Yeah.
Nice. Oh, look at that. Look at that. We got our first super chat, guys. I just told everybody we got super chats on now. KNTX. Who is that clown? Thanks, bro, for the $5. We got super chats. He says, oh, that's our KNTX, isn't it? That's Knuckles, isn't it?
Knuckles.
Dropping a 5 spot on us. Right on. So super chats works, bro. Good job. So we've set that up. DS is ramping up, guys. We are now an official real entity. Me and DC and Knuckles. We're boosting the production value. We're monetizing everything and putting some swag together for you guys.
3D graphics.
3D graphics. We got green screen. I didn't mute today. Real solid production stuff. Real solid. Let's see.
I was late today too. Everything's on brand today. I mean, it's like we rolled a nat 20 on everything.
What's that? What was the what?
A nat 20. Never mind. I thought you played Dungeons and Dragons when you were like back in the day.
I did. I didn't hear what you said. Is what I was saying.
I said we rolled a nat 20 on everything today.
Nice. Yeah, fuck, dude. I played D&D before it was D&D.
Yeah. Well, rolling dice behind the alley doesn't count, bro. You know what? No.
shooting bones behind the alley.
Yeah.
Rolling the ice and the freaking concrete don't matter. Dude.
So what's going on today is like hex up, down, sideways.
Dude, I don't even want to talk about hex yet. I mean, that's coming. That's going to be part of. I want to talk about this crazy bullshit in the stock market that's going on with Gamestop. I'm laughing my ass off, bro. So what? I forget what the name of that company was. That
Gamestop?
No. There was a fucking fund that shorted Elon. So they shorted Tesla, and then they talked shit. So they talked shit about it, and then these same bastards came in and they said, we're going to short the shit out of this GameStop, and let's all short it, guys. So they set up a bunch of shorts, and then Elon and a bunch of guys in Reddit got together and pumped that shit hard and liquidated like fucking 3 funds, dude.
And these guys would be on TV talking so much shit about Tesla, how it's nothing, it's gonna fail, and just got murked.
And Elon murdered their asses.
Yo, you want to know something that's going on? So the Melvin Capital Fund,
Yeah, that's it. Melvin Capital or whatever.
Yeah, Melvin Capital. Might as well call them Mervins.
Mervin Capital.
They're about to go bankrupt. Well,
good. Fucking die, you assholes. Die a miserable, fucking wrecked death, you assholes. Good for them, man. Good for Reddit. They need to cut that shit out. The more of these people get wrecked, shortened and shit, the more they'll figure out that that's the wrong way to do things. That's what everybody should do. Is just go out and put groups together like that and just fuck those guys, man. And I rue the day that one of these shit talkers does that to Hex. Come on, bring it. Bring it. You think GameStop is an epic wreck? Come our way, boys. Come on. Bring it.
Yeah, Wall Street Bets is the real Occupy Wall Street. That's the real Wall Street Bets is the legit Occupy Wall Street.
That's the Reddit channel, right?
Oh yeah, I've been following them forever, man. Like I've been watching these guys, waiting to see when they tiptoe into crypto. They're starting to, and now like something really interesting just happened. So Vitalik and a couple of other guys are going to have the main moderators of Wall Street Bets actually on a YouTube channel together, and they're going to get them into like Ethereum because they're hella pissed off right now that they're closing. They just shut down the trading for GameStop on them, both on Robinhood and a bunch of other places and stuff too. So anytime like they shut down the Wall Street Bets Reddit for a little bit, as well as the Discord, and they just opened them both back up just recently because of just basically how much.
Dude, they've been shutting that bitch down all day. GameStop, they've had to halt all day long. They've had to halt because it's been.
I was watching videos of people saying I made so much money off of GameStop today that I took my kids to buy PlayStation and Xboxes today at GameStop.
Oh yeah, they got shut down on Discord too. I heard.
Yeah.
That's funny, man. Fuck it, go somewhere else, guys. They'll regroup somewhere else. You can't stop it. The internet's freaking. Sorry, guys, you can't stop us. We got this shit locked down, baby. Oh,
the last game in town is Telegram right now.
What's that?
The last game in town right now, in terms of just not getting like silent.
Blowing up too, dude. Because I had my damn contacts hooked up to Telegram and. Boom, 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 boom. Everybody I know is falling into Telegram. It's like every time I turn around, there's somebody new popping into Telegram.
So I've had a thesis for a while, right? So we had I got to say this because we're now monetized. Wait, hold up. Let me choose my words carefully here. Wait. Okay, so originally I've been watching the TikTokers, right? So there's this whole thing of like you've seen that whole meme of the bell curve, right? Where you have the really dumb guys make a lot of money. The guys in the middle don't get messed up, and then the really, really smart guys make money too, right? So it's like the dumb guys make money, and the really smart guys make money, and then we're like this, high five, we make money. Well, I was talking about these TikTok guys, right? So that's the dumb side of the spectrum. These TikTok guys, they were like pumping Doge. They were the first guys to kind of keep towing
when they did that.
Yeah, the millennial / like the Y generation started like getting into there, right? And then from there, with all these Wall Street Bet guys, this is more like the middle to the smarter guys that got in, and they're gonna start getting kind of honeyed into crypto because of all this stuff. Because like that's what crypto does. Crypto does pump and dump groups all the time, and like
I'm hearing a lot of mainstream talk about crypto. Yeah, Telegram's now being talked about mainstream, crypto's being talked about mainstream, and not just, Bitcoin, but like crypto. Like they're talking crypto now. They're talking like I heard this little thing on the news on the radio this morning where they were talking about Yellen and, and that they're going to be bringing that companies and funds are going to be bringing more cryptocurrencies to the board. They're going to bring more of them to the forefront and to mainstream. So, and she didn't say bringing Bitcoin.
Right.
Said they were going to be bringing, the companies and hedge funds and these things are going to be bringing, crypto. And I was like, yeah, that's the kind of shit I want to hear. Now that they're talking. Now mainstream is starting to know that there's something more than just Bitcoin.
Right.
that there's
And
a whole ecosphere here.
you know what made the whole GameStop thing really funny is that Chamath just said, "I just bought GameStop too." Chamath started buying GameStop, and then like Elon Musk was like, "All right, I'm buying GameStop too."
And then boom, moon, fucking liquidation.
Melvin. I'll call it the Mervin's fund. The Mervin's fund. They got saved by like I think like 72 Capital and this other hedge fund essentially gave them a couple $1 billion in like money and stuff to save them, and then the price went up higher and got wrecked anyway with it.
Yeah, they had to go get a loan. I heard that they like got a bailout or some shit, and they got wrecked in that too.
No, it's because they doubled down on the bet.
Yeah, they doubled down and then they got wrecked even harder.
And now people are crying. Well, hedge funds have retiree money. What the hell is a hedge? What if a hedge fund's taking a bunch of retiree money? Why are they
shorting?
What?
Short? You got people's retirement money? You're gonna short shit? Are you insane? I mean, fucking the mentality of the trading world.
No, and then it's the cockiness of some of these hedge fund managers where they're such losers. They're such losers. Like all they could think of in their massive brains is like, let me short GameStop. That's the best they could come up with. Let me short GameStop. Why would you waste your time shorting? Why don't you just buy Tesla and Apple and fucking Amazon and all these other great companies?
Well, they saw a wounded animal and they went for it. I mean, GameStop has been. I mean, it's hurting hard from the damn. What do you call it? The pandemic has freaking killed them, man. I mean, it's hurt them bad. So they're laying there wounded, and these fucking douchebags publicly come out and say, watch this. We're gonna tear this shit up, you know. And
now they're crying. Now they're crying to the government. Shut the NASDAQ down. Shut the wall. Shut it down. Don't trade right now. No.
I know. Let's turn the switches off. Oh, do over. If it was us, there ain't no do-overs for guys like us.
We're over. Yeah, it's over.
Wrecked. You're done. Go away. Bye-bye. Now get a tent and live on the fucking street, buddy, if you put all your money into it.
Now these boomers are afraid because basically Wall Street is looking for any stock that literally has a bunch of shorts on it right now or goodbye, sir. Like AMC is the next one right now. AMC is the next one. And then the one after that I've heard is silver. They're going to buy a bunch of paper silver right now because
I saw that. It's time to go after silver.
I hope that'd be awesome. If silver went up.
Like, oh my gosh, you know what? When you got communication tools like this, mass media communication tools and shit, and you know, and now, I mean, think about it. Now traders are going to be like, oh, I better start shutting my mouth because they've been getting bold as fuck.
Oh yeah, and,
you know, publicly talking shit, and you know, freaking, they got what they deserved. And that's. You know, good. I hope they learn some lessons from this shit, and they start to, you know, realize that this trading game is a zero-sum game for everybody, especially shorting. Shorting does absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. I mean, trading period does absolutely nothing for society. It gives no value to anybody. Yeah. You know, trading is literally just playing cards. It's just playing fucking cards on the internet.
Maddie has a great comment right here. He says, why short a company during the pandemic that employs 20,000 employees or workers?
Yeah.
Wow. Like, yeah, because if they shorted GameStop right now,
it's wicked. They deserved it. They deserve to get wrecked. It's wicked, man. Those people freaking, you know, the people that work there, they're people that are working under minimum wage and shit, you know? I mean,
yeah.
Fucking sucks, man. And those, I don't know if they're franchises. They might be franchises, I think. I don't know.
Yeah. Some of them are franchise, probably. Yeah.
I mean, they'd all be if they were. I don't know. But I don't know if they're corporate owned or what. But I mean, gosh, either way, that's just wicked, evil shit, man. And they deserve to get wrecked. And it's just the wrong mentality. This world's got to change, man. People got to stop fucking thinking about just themselves and start thinking about everybody else. I know everybody's on edge. Everybody wants theirs. Look, come on, I want mine too. I'm 53 years old and I want mine too. But you know what? I'm not going to do it at the expense of other people.
Right.
That's the one thing. If I had a product to sell and I could get behind the product and it was good, or I had a service to sell and it was good and I could make things work. I quit a 6-figure plus job because I couldn't provide the services that they. So here's a little RG3 story for you.
Okay.
So I left my industry of being a millwright for a few years to go learn how to do sales. And let's just say I went to work for an extremely large telecommunications company.
Okay.
And I worked my way up through that few years from picking up the phone and selling long distance products to I was an account manager with about 35 accounts in the healthcare services sector in the vertical of healthcare. And so I was an account executive. I had data personnel, sold colo, sold equipment, sold phone systems, sold, data transport, ATMs, all that kind of stuff. And it was right when the voice over IP products were coming out, and fiber was coming to businesses, and they were bringing fiber in. Those kinds of things were starting to happen. It wasn't twisted pair with just T1s and stuff. It was now starting to turn into fiber, and it was getting high tech, high speed. And in the beginning, it was really buggy. The build outs were really buggy. Everything was really buggy. And I was an account manager, so I had control of my whole team of salespeople, technicians, all that kind of stuff. And I had very good techs that had been with the company for many, many years, like retirement age guys that were really good at what they did, because I was in the healthcare market, which you have to service them, you have to be up. So I was pulled into a sales meeting, typical monthly sales meeting. And I was told, hey, we've got to sell, 3 of these units of this new product, this new fiber-based product every month. We have to sell these. No ifs, ands, or buts. You don't sell these. You're going on performance plan. You and your whole module are in trouble, blah, blah, blah. Get these out the door. Bargain them out, blah, blah, blah. All right. So first thing I did is went and I called my guy, my tech that handled all my operations stuff for setting up the installs. And I said, hey, man, just wanted to give you a heads up. We're going to be selling this. And he's like, the fuck you say? I go, what do you mean? He goes, that shit ain't ready. I go, what do you mean ain't ready? I said, they just told us that we have a 90-day install. So yeah, it's 90 days, but he goes, it's going to be 90 days before I can tell you it's 6 months before we can install it. I go, what do you mean? He goes, we're well over, 6 months away from even, getting this thing up and started in the first test run. And I said, so what are you telling me, that they're telling me to sell something that we can't? He goes, I can't install it. Sorry, it won't work. It's not going to work. If we try it, we're just going to be spinning our wheels. So I went back and said, hey, man, are we really going to be able to put this in? Oh, yeah. I said, well, I'm being told otherwise. So we had another meeting with the Bobs. And the thing was, don't worry about the time horizons for the installs. Sell it anyway. At that point, I was like, you know what? I'm done with this, man. Because I built relationships with these people. They trusted me. And I was supposed to go walk in there and sell them something that I knew, because they were going to sit there. The operations guy that was going to put it in was going to give me the okay to go ahead and do it. And then he was going to have to explain his ass to his boss for the next 6 months, because I was going to have to explain my ass to him for the next 6 months. But I knew. So I said I couldn't do it. I couldn't put my head on my pillow at night doing that. So I walked away from that. And that's when I went back into mill writing, just to honest living. I couldn't do that shit no more. And it's like that kind of stuff that's out there. And I see a lot of salespeople. I've worked in in a lot of different. I've worked in just trying to get my sales legs, just trying to learn, because I know that sales is where the money is. Right, that's where the money is in sales. No matter where you go, there's money in sales. Now, there's also money in being good at what you do. If you're an artisan, or if you're a craftsman, you know what you like the millwright job that I do. If you can make good money there, hard work, not big money. But in sales, if you get good at sales, man, you can make money anywhere, and you can make good money, you know? So I worked for insurance companies. I worked for telecommunications companies. I did everything I could to try and get my sales legs. And one thing I learned about people that were good salespeople, they had this like little wiring thing inside them that was good when it came to sales, but it was wrong when it came to human nature. They had this killer mentality where they didn't give a fuck what they were pushing off on this person as long as they made the sale. You see it a lot in car sales. You see it a lot. A good salesman, you know, that does high numbers and does quick numbers has that little wiring thing wrong in their fucking brain, man. And they don't give a fuck about anybody else. They act like they do. They talk a good game. But usually they just want to go, bam, get that sale done and go to the next one. So they do and say everything that they can to get that sale done, and then they move on. And there's people that are really good at that, really good at that. I'm not. Never have been able to do that. I've always been a service-oriented guy. It's like if I'm not doing something meaningful for them and giving them value on what it is that they're spending, then I can't do it. Consciously, I can't do it. So it has made my numbers low when it comes to sales. But I can sleep at night. You know what I mean? Right. I can sleep at night. Funny thing is those other people sleep at night. They just sleep at night with a bigger wallet. So what the frick I didn't get, you know what I mean? So, yeah. And that's what I saw. It was like, cause I've even talked to a few of them about it. I said, man, this killer instinct you got, do you have a hard time sleeping at night? He goes, yeah, if my wallet's underneath me, it's too bulky. So, you know, pushes into my back and I can't sleep good. You know, that's the kind of shit I hear from. And you know what? And they're right. You know, they make the money, but I just couldn't do it, man. I couldn't do it. And that's what we see a lot of in I'll bet you if you do studies on these trader guys that are like really good at fucking, they don't give a shit about nobody else, and they'll go wreck a GameStop and 20,000 employees that are at minimum wage. Those kind of guys, they all have that fucking switch, man. They all have that little rewiring in their brain that's a little bit off.
They're all 5'4", 5'3". Yep, I totally agree. Yeah.
So anyway, man, it's just one of those things I look at, and that's one of the things that I noticed in Hex, that we were kind of minus those types of people, because Hex isn't a trading coin. Hex doesn't have that mentality. Hex is like help people save your money, put it away, long-term gains, you know, delayed gratification, all that kind of good stuff, you know. Right. And no fast talking bullshit, you know, and people might think on the surface that even Richard's like that, but he's not. He's really a deep guy. He really cares. He really did put a lot of care and meaning and focus into what he did. In fact, he built this thing to wreck those guys that have that fucking bad wiring. You know what I mean? Yeah. People that want to short, the people that want to try and trade, the people who want to do that, people that don't understand long-term, gains and delayed gratification. You know, those guys that don't understand that. So he actually, you know, went in there and built things to wreck those guys. So Hex is not filled with people like that. The community is not filled with people like that. And people that get involved in the product and start setting up stakes don't think that way. They're not wired that way. So that's why I've been so comfortable here with everybody. It's one thing that we all kumbaya and we have a good time and we're friends and all that kind of stuff. But there's a different mentality when it comes to this product here. It's real. I'm sure when fucking CDs came out, you know, many, many years ago, they didn't have a group of people that got together on a weekend, every, 3 days a week and talked about how awesome it was and had fun. And, you know, they didn't do that shit. But this thing here, Hex, is a global change in finance that no one has ever seen. I mean, when they really start to look at, see, no one's got past the surface yet. Nobody with any significance other than us. And I'm not saying that we don't have significance. We do. We are significant, and we're becoming more significant. We're going to become the thought leaders in crypto, because it is going to go once the whole crypto community sees the way that Hex goes, it's going to go our way, and we will be the thought leaders. We will be the influencers. We are. They just haven't caught up yet. Rest of crypto hasn't caught up. They're going the opposite direction off the fucking cliff right now. But when people find out the power of shares, the power of a completed product, of the power of the audits, the power of such a low supply. Oh my God, the supply is so freaking just gobbled. Oh my gosh. I mean, think about it. The inflation is going to be so low and only going to stakers. It locked up for an average of 4 point something freaking years. I mean, the value of Hex is going to be so insane in the crypto space that it's going to blow people's minds. It really is. I think it's going to blow our minds. It's going to blow our minds what's going to happen, because it is far from where it's going to be. Far from where it's going to be. This is just taking a breather after it was just thrown out the birth canal, you know? That's all this is. They're just wiping the goo off of freaking Hex right now and getting ready for it to start, crawling and walking and doing all that shit. This thing was just birthed this year. I mean, hey, happy baby Hex. Here we are. That's it, man. This is a brand new baby in crypto. And, nobody's ever seen anything like it. Now wait till it starts walking and talking and running and doing what it's going to do. That's a while from now before it gets its legs underneath it. I mean, holy moly, man. Being in like this right now is so exciting. Feels so privileged to be able to have been bright enough, smart enough, lucky enough to fall into, a stream at the right time, at the right place, know, and pay attention at the right moment. Had I not, I would not be here right now. So it was like, destined. So man, oh man, oh man, good times are coming, and we're going to change. We're going to change the attitude and the morals in crypto. We are. Definitely. Let's see. Are we dip buying under a penny? And we're dip buying it. Yeah, man. I'm DCAing my ass in every single chance I get a little bit of spending money to throw in there. That's what I'm doing. I've got my little bag I'm buying.
Little DCA. Yep.
Little DCA. I mean, I'm not dumping anything large. I'm not selling anything. I'm not doing any of that stuff. I already did that with all my crypto early in Hex, and so now it's like, yeah, I'll DCA in for a while here, and then there's going to be a point where enough's enough, because the freaking gains are better than anything I can buy right now. So, I mean, it's like, what's my little pittance, going to mean to what my shares are doing right now? So I know that we won't be at 40% forever. It would sure be nice. I mean, I'll take it as long as we get it.
It's a lot of interest, dude.
It's like stupid interest. I mean, if I look at it, I want to look at what we did today. Let's see. Let's look at Staker. I just want to look at Staker, because I get such a kick. God dang it, Steph and Firebun, you guys are so awesome. Let's see. Oh my gosh, it's freaking insane, man. Freaking insane. It fucking works. It works. X works.
Oh my God.
Oh, that's my, and this is every single day, every day I feel like that. Every single day. And that is, and we're in a dip right now. Oh my gosh. This is killing me, man. I mean, just look at your staker app, guys. Look at your gains every day. If you're staked out, look at those gains, man. Look at those freaking that interest gain you're getting every single day. Oh my gosh, man. It never stops. It's just a freaking, it's better than a mining operation. It's better than a mining operation. That's what all I got to say. It's so fucking awesome, man. Oh, okay. I'm done. You got something to say?
I don't know. It's like, it's hard to top that, bro.
Oh, jeez, man.
It's a lot of stuff though. Whew, I mean, what I'm doing right now is I'm DCAing, but I usually wait a couple weeks so it's big enough so it's worth staking. You know what I'm trying to say? Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, I'm missing the. So sorry, guys. I'm seeing YouTube. Let's see. I make more in trustees' interest than I made nursing working 60 hours a week. You're right, Randy. Trustless. That's the key word, guys. So mad gains, trustlessly, to say that correctly, mad gains trustlessly, not mad games because I'm in a scam or I'm in a short or I'm in a pump. Mad gains in a dump, in a downturn, in a sideways action. Mad gains trustlessly during that period. I mean, what in the entire fuck is, I mean, why are we not the biggest crypto? Well, we are the biggest crypto. Crypto just hasn't caught up to us yet. That's what it is. They haven't caught up. And when market cap finally blows their mind, you know, and we're sitting in the spot that they have to put us in, which will end up being number one. It's already built into the contract. It's already baked into it. You can't stop Hex from taking over market cap. I looked at that and you know, and I can't explain the way that it's been done or give it justice. Let's just say like that Coffee does that like fucking amazing. That's why I love my little nephew Coffee. He can explain that whole thing to you. All I can tell you is that market cap is ours. It's done right, and there ain't nothing they can fucking do about it, man. There ain't nothing they can do about it. That's another chess fucking move that they ain't gonna be able to get away from. It's like every angle they get cut off. They're getting cut off. Every angle they try and take on Hex, or every angle that they thought that they had to jump on Hex, or the jump in crypto, because they really aren't paying attention to Hex. Every little thing that they had going for them is going to get wrecked. Is getting wrecked. Is already. I mean, it's in the crosshairs. It's over. I mean, freaking Richard did it. Dude, man, I am just so impressed with everything. No matter what you look at, it's just fucking brilliance all over the place. See, I'm the guy that gets excited about what all you guys have talked about. You guys have all talked about all this stuff ad nauseam. Share price, how, you know, market cap has been set up, the OA, stakes, where the stakes are at. The billion Hex stake that's sitting there at March 15th, the wall of stakes that are coming out right now that are getting liquidated and freaking sold into like a wiggly straight freaking line at a penny. They're liquidating. They're getting out. They're going away. All of this stuff that you guys have talked about in depth, I just fucking love it. there ain't nothing that crypto can do about it. Hex is freaking winning. We're winning. We're winning the damn game. We're winning. Oh, man. So anyway, we were talking about the shorts happening in the real stock market world. When we got into this,
you want to know something that's funny?
What's that?
Slim Jim is the company of Slim Jim's Twitter is now like tweeting under Wall Street Bets, hoping that they pump the price of like whatever the company the Slim Jim's owned by.
Have you ever seen Steakum?
Steakum? No. What is it?
So, you know what? We should be promoting Steakum. So when I was a kid, they came out with this fake meat product, and it was like for making steak sandwiches with. So it was sliced supposed steak, but it was like some kind of processed sheet of meat in a piece of plastic, and they layered them in the box. So you had all these layers of plastic with these sheets of meat in them, right? That were supposedly called Steakums, yeah. And I loved them when I was a kid. Man, I used to fry them up and fucking throw them in a sandwich and run out the door on my skateboard and shit. And freaking their guy on Twitter, let me get his Twitter handle. The guy, I don't know if it's like one of the owners or the owner's son or somebody like that handles their Twitter account, but he just fucking memes the shit out of Steakum and talks about it being a processed meat product and all this shit. And he's just freaking funny. He's artistic. The Steakum guy. Let me see if I can find his Twitter handle real quick. Hold on. Steakum. Let's see.
So what they're doing, they're trying to meme it up. Okay. Huh.
Uh-oh.
Literally did not know anything about this until I met you, sir.
What's that?
Steakums?
Steakum beef bot. That's what he calls those Steakum. Oh, there it is. Steakum. Yeah, I follow him. On let's see here if I can get his Twitter handle here.
This is reminding me of yesterday of the stream we did when we went into Heelys for like 25 minutes.
What? You guys did you guys talked about Heelys? Yes. No, Steakum. See, Steakum is adding value to the community here because this cat is freaking hilarious and he's good, man. So yeah, check out Steakum, everybody. The meat product Steakum. Now that we're monetized, it's not that we're promoting him or anything, but but Steakum is definitely freaking rock.
I'll take a sponsorship deal from Steakums.
Yeah, hell yeah, we'll do it.
Dude, that's hella crazy. But we had a really funny idea yesterday on the Knights of the Crypto Table or whatever we were calling it. We thought we'd all buy Heelys and top hats with shark fins on top of the shark hats, and then we'd be like just trolling the fuck out of the Bitcoin maxis everywhere. So we'd be gliding around, like you just see a bunch of hexagons running around, gliding around all the maxis. It's just we're like circle them in circles with top hats. Would be, oh my god, that'd be amazing. We'd kill it with that.
I'll put Hexmax. I put down an order for those motorized ones. I'm going to be the first Hex to enroll into the BTC conference. Yeah. Oh boy.
Yeah, that's going to be
some
Heelys, bro. Just like going around, just skating around all these guys.
You know, I haven't looked at that. It's supposed to be the world. It says the world's biggest Bitcoin conference, right?
Right.
So Calvin in April.
Jesus.
See what it says here. 2021 conference, LA, Bitcoin.
Wait, hold up. Did Captain freeze or did I freeze?
What?
Oh, there we go.
Did I freeze?
Yeah.
Did I freeze? Wow. I am freezing. I wonder if it has to do with let me make sure I don't have anything else turned on here. Because I don't have a video card right now. I'm working on that.
Brandon RG live on the same block. Captain froze.
Okay.
So 5 guys sitting around the water cooler.
Wow. Okay. Am I back on?
Yeah, you're back on.
Okay. It has to do with the fact that I don't have a video card in right now.
Mm.
But thanks to, hold on one second. You gotta fucking see this, dude. You guys see this? So I made a mention about needing a video card because I've got this new computer put together and can't get a video card because the prices just kept going up and up and up and up, and I couldn't catch one. I couldn't get one. Fucking Nardo, dude. Nardo for the win. Nardo and Twitter guys, follow Nardo. Nardo does some streaming. Nardo is like, what a dude, man. What a dude. Look what this cat sends me. He sends me
nice.
a full-blown freaking badass double throwdown trick of the week. I mean, it's like a year old or 2 years old, but it's the GeForce GTX 1080 Ti. So it's like a double throwdown trick of the week freaking video card. I mean, it's badass. And so dude sends me one, man, and I was just like, I'm just so thankful. Thanks, bro. This was so generous. I really, really appreciate it. I really appreciate it. And not only did he send me one, so everybody knows, I tell everybody my son's a graphics guy. I don't know. He does the 3D rendering. He does the same shit that Kool-Aid does. Kool-Aid's actually mentoring him and teaching him the ropes while he's going to college. And so my son asked for this one and was going to give me his, because his is kind of like, his is all right, but it's not like this, right?
Right.
So my son's been like, hey, Mom. So my wife came to me and told me, she's like, you know what? He thinks you're not going to give him that card. I go, what do you mean? She goes, he keeps hearing you talking about it, and he thinks you're going to keep it for yourself. So I said, oh, that's perfect. So I started making it even worse. I was like, man, I really, really kind of regret giving that thing to you, man. That thing's going to be nice, dude. So I've been just like hamming it up, right? Well, they came in today, and I say they because not only did he send me one, but freaking Nardo sent me 2, one for me and one for my boy. So fucking thanks, dude. That was awesome of you, man. I mean, that's the community right there working. And I'm going to put this to good use, man. This is going to go into this computer, and this is my streaming computer. So it's going to the streaming computer, and I'm going to bring you some more cool shit because I can't do it until I get a card in there. Now I got this fucking Nardo trick of the week card. This is going to be my Nardo card. So appreciate you, bro. Thanks again. But when my son comes, I'm going to tell him, I'm going to say, hey, I want you to put this in my computer, bud. Put it in mine. And he's going to get like all sad faced and like wanting to tell me to, fuck off, Dad, asshole. Told me you were going to give it to me. But as soon as I see that face, I'm going to pull him. I'm going to say, hey, but I want you to put this one in your PC because I got another one. He didn't know I have 2 of them. So freaking thanks, Nardo. Badass. So anyway, it said, Brasolic said that thing can run any game at ultra graphics. Nice. Dude, freaking nice. Yeah. Nice. Baby Boomer has his Blockbuster card in the video card slot. Wait, who are you to know about a Blockbuster card, man? Oh my God. What's funny, dude? You know what's funny? Like, I remember, and it wasn't too long ago where like going to Blockbuster was part of your date night. Like I would take my wife when we were dating and stuff. Like part of the night was we'd go to dinner, then we'd go to Blockbuster and walk around, walk around Blockbuster and pick out the movie you want. Then you'd go up to the freaking counter and buy the movie.
Snacks and stuff. Yeah.
Grab some popcorn, some freaking, some Raisinets and shit, and boom, hit home and jump on a couch, watch a movie, and try and see if you were gonna smash, right? Oh man, those were the days. That's with Blockbuster, walking around in Blockbuster picking out your video. That's freaking funny. Yeah. But no, I don't have a Blockbuster card in my slot. There's everybody in the, did anybody go look at Steakum? Guy's good. Anyway, so I'm getting some requests for somebody to come in. But you want to know who it is?
Who it is?
Who it is? It's
who
Kareem.
it is?
It's Kareem.
Kareem.
It's Kareem. He wants to come in.
What's
he wants
up?
to come in. He saw some extra air in here, and he wants to suck it out of the room. That's what he wants to do. He saw some air. He's like, "There's some air on that pirate ship that I need to get, and suck the wind right out of it." What do you say, DC? You want to bring him in? You want to bring him in?
Bring him in. Let's go. Let's go. I need Kareem's energy.
I'm gonna bring Kareem in, man. I'm gonna bring him in. I'm gonna give him a hard time too. Freaking love that cat, man. Love you, Kareem.
Kareem's like, stake it all, nothing for today, all for tomorrow.
Where's he at? He's sending me all this stuff. I want to come in. I want to come in. Please, please. All right, Kareem. You're, come on in, buddy. Come on in and hang out with us. Freaking kid's great, man. All righty. Let's see what you got there.
And in this corner, Kareem the Dream. Rodriguez. I don't know.
Hey, do you guys have a copy? Oh, Brasali said, "Hey, do you guys have a copy of this behind the counter?" See, so the way that you would like, okay, so the new movie that came out like that week was always gone, right? So you go in there and you check the drop-off box. Like there was a box that they put through the window. So you had the box that was there of the new returns and the box that were going out. And so you check, hey, can you check and see if such and such is in there? And if they pulled it out, you were all stoked and shit, you got it. But if not, you had to get the B movie, the month-old movie or whatever. So, yeah, I remember those days. Now, I remember when you had to rewind. Do you remember rewinding?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Get the
or
rewinder.
50 cents or some shit, right?
And they charge you 50 cents for not rewinding. You had to had the rewinder at home. You'd be driving into the Blockbuster and looking at it going, "Oh, fuck, I forgot to rewind this son of a bitch."
I used to remember too, even back then, man, it was like you rented 2 movies and some popcorn. It was like $25 or so to rent a movie.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but it was like $5.99, $6-7 for the new movie sometimes, I think. And yeah, a couple movies and some popcorn and shit, man. I mean, but it was better than going to the movies. You go to the movies and it was like fucking $50. Still like that, right? I mean, actually, I think it's gotten better.
It's not $50, and so, but it just depends.
It used to be expensive, bro. It was like it was more back in the day. And I mean, the popcorn and shit. Like you go to get a popcorn, it's like $10 freaking and $9 for a popcorn. Stupid.
I mean, we're probably heading towards like even more expensive movie. Like if you're going to a movie theater, it's like a real date or something. They're gonna make the movie theaters like it's gonna be like even more 3D and more stuff, and then the seats move like this, and your feet like a theme park. I mean, it's gonna be like that eventually.
Yeah.
DC rented the VCR with the movie to rent the flick. What? Joe's on one today, bro. I'm not even understanding half his comments.
Oh, Kareem's all fired up. Brand said, "So, Brand, you got him all worked up already? He's coming over here? Oh, boy, here we go. Here we go. Let's see. Movies here in Mexico with the VIP is cool. $20 for 2 with popcorn and a drink. Oh, that's nice. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. That's a deal there. Oh, boy.
No.
I want a movie theater. That wouldn't be too much to ask, right? If I had that big house and everything, and Hex goes to a nickel, get a theater.
You can build a whole movie theater in the house, man.
I had a friend that lived in La Jolla, and he still lives in La Jolla on the cliffs there. Beautiful, beautiful house. He had this badass theater room. Went in there, it had the rocking lazy boy chairs all lined up like a theater, and they were stepped up, and just a big theater, just like a theater, man. It was bad to the bone, man. Totally dark in there. Mood lights and everything. And he had a popcorn machine in there, and freaking badass. Wealthy people.
When T-share one movie ticket.
Brissology, man, dude, cut it out with the anal COVID testing. He sent me a text earlier today saying that he said that I had to go get COVID tested or do an anal COVID test or something like that. Oh man,
it looks like they're trying to get high impact flux on the stream or something.
Yeah. Hi, what's his name? Crypto King's doing it.
Yeah,
Crypto King's out there kicking ass, man. He's working the circuit, man, bringing people in, getting people to come on streams, and he's working it. Way to go.
Beautiful, man. Beautiful. Bam, 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 bam. Is Cream coming or no?
I sent him a link. We'll see. He might have thought that I was blowing it off because I didn't send it to him right away. Maybe he's watching and he'll jump in, or maybe he went to go freshen up a little bit or something.
Definitely. This COVID testing thing is insane. What you guys are talking about right now?
Are they talking about Brissologies?
Yeah, in the comments in the StreamYard, not in the YouTubes. Yeah, we got to get rid of one of those YouTubes, man. It's kind of like we need to have it all in one place, basically.
Well, yeah, it has nothing to do with getting rid of one of the YouTubes. It has to do with Restream is pushing it for some reason, and it's turned off in Restream, but for some reason it's pushing it still. So we're gonna try. I tried pulling it completely out of Restream, but it nothing doing. It still pushed it today. I don't know why, because it's not even in there. It doesn't even exist in Restream. As I look at Restream, it doesn't even exist. It's just so freaking funny. I think the name got updated properly, but I don't know why it's pushing like that. But that's all right. We'll get all of this stuff squared away. I think I'm going to switch over to the paid version anyway because I want to run Theta from there too, because we got to get that Theta key up and running. We've got it, and everybody's going to dig this Theta thing, man. We're going to be like one of the first into Theta, and I mean, we're not the first, obviously. There's a lot of people in there already, but we want to go in there and take over in crypto and just do what we did to DLive and bring Hex into Theta and work that place. Yeah. Diraj. We have 2 streams running. StreamYard or Restream is just kind of screwing up on us. We don't know what's going on. So go to the second one. That's the one we're monitoring right now. I think. I hope that I'm not missing people, because we do have. If you have donated or you've done a super chat or anything, I apologize that I haven't seen it, but I'm not seeing all of the feeds from the YouTubes right now. So
right.
Just hang out. Okay, so I got that one. Yeah, now I do have both of them open now.
Yeah.
Let's see. Theta token has a $2 billion market cap already. Yeah, man.
And they're not even.
We got to get in there. We got to get in there, and it's backed by some bigs. I think the guy who did
He co-founded
YouTube, and the co-founder of another big. Two big co-founders of big platforms are what's doing Theta, and it's backed by like.
Was it Reddit? Maybe it was Reddit. I'm tripping. It was like something like.
Might have been Reddit.
Yeah, and then from there you have Google also backing it too, which is already. I mean, you already know YouTube and Google anyway, so you have Google backing it, and then Samsung's backing it too. So it's like on all Samsung smart TVs, they'll have the Theta button right next to YouTube and stuff, so you'll be able to stream on Theta on a smart TV. That's crazy. And then like they're not even really it's gotten that high up in market cap without anybody even shilling it really.
So we have 75 on one stream and 40 on the other. So that's good numbers on YouTube. We're doing really good on YouTube. So we can get one stream, it would be nice. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, everybody. It's just, this stuff is, I mean, even when you do, we know what we're doing. It's just the technology is just jacked. I mean, even Richard has trouble with Restream when he's trying to get his names out there for all the streams and stuff. It always messes up on him. I mean, we were like episode 82 for like a month, and we're already up at 87 now, finally, or 86. I don't know. I got the wrong number on there probably because of all that crap. But Knuckles has been in there fixing things. He's been in there working on YouTube. Yeah.
Yeah.
We still haven't got an answer on our what do you call it? Our domain name. We got it picked out.
Don't remind me about that.
I know. I really screwed that one up. That was
it's all good, bro. But anyway, if Theta starts popping, which I think it will, you're about to see the prices of like all gaming laptops, computers, computer parts even skyrocket even more, because every kid's gonna want like a gaming rig even more than they do now to be able to mine Theta. Yeah, because if you have a gaming computer right now, you buy like 1,000 Theta, then you stake it, and then it uses your computer to render videos essentially in the background, and then you're paid in Theta and also something called T-Fuel.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, so is that like the gas?
That's the gas, yeah. So it's almost like a Neo with gas sort of thing. So it's the main token.
Does the token do like Neo, and you gain for what you have in your wallet? You gain gas because of that,
but you have to be staked though. You have to be staked, I think, to get the extra gas. But yeah, you earn gas, and then here's the crazy: you can stake your gas too to get more gas.
Yeah. That's cool.
So yeah, I bought some earlier, at least just playing around with it. I made a good chunk on that, but I just sold it just because the one thing they're essentially from what I can tell, it's going to do well anyway. But anyway, it's just the whole market model is that they're trying to basically, this is Google's play to essentially kind of cut out Amazon Web Services in a way for rendering videos and doing all this other stuff and everything. So I think they're creating like, why don't we just use all these gamers' computers who they're not even really gaming that much, and have them like do all the stuff that costs us, like let's just say a video or something costs them like 25 cents. Let's just get these guys to do it for 2 cents. Okay.
All right.
Yeah, why not? I mean, right? I mean, probably it actually probably is profitable to stake Theta right now. In the future, we'll have to see. I mean, but I think part of it also, there's sort of a part of it with the staking that it depends on how much. So one, it depends how much you have staked. The more coins you buy, the more you end up getting as reward. But two, if you have less coins, your computer can make up for it a little bit because you're just doing more stuff with your technology. So eventually, that side it's got to be kind of a balancing act to that. And then I haven't really looked at the T-Fuel staking because I just barely came out and stuff. And then I heard some really craziness when I heard there are planning Samsung for T-Fuel is planning to you can stake your Samsung smart TV. So you can use your Samsung smart TV and stake, use it as a node to stake on the network. I'm like, what? So there's gonna be some kid out here that's gonna go to his mom and dad's computers, start staking Theta on this thing, and then there's smart TVs on Theta, and then like the whole family's gonna be tripping. Why is everything going slow?
Hold on.
Oh my god! Outsourcing labor in a way.
You haven't reached Kareem.
No, he's not answering. I don't know. I tried Kareem. I tried the dream. Kareem the dream. I tried. Dude, you know what? You know what is really, really cool? So while we're setting up our back end DS production here, I wanted to put all of our business applications and everything on a platform away from everything, right? So I went and bought a burner phone for $29, bro.
Yeah.
And this thing's badass. I hooked it up to my Wi-Fi. I got all the apps. I got Staker on it. I created all the accounts.
Yeah.
My bank on it. Everything, man. It's all dialed in, man. It's like freaking $29, and the power that you have today. I mean, if you can just tap into Wi-Fi and have a burner phone, I mean, I could even buy, phone service, like get an 800 phone service for like another $26 a month or something.
Damn.
And it's like, it's like nothing. I mean, it's freaking badass. Let's see. By the way, so I just got a message from a good friend of mine who, let me see here. Hold on a second. I'm going to send him. So I've got a crypto buddy that he was one of the diehards that was in when I was in the beginning, and he got me into a lot of trouble basically with crypto. He's the one that just loved looking at all these other projects and ICOs and all this stuff, and that's how I got a lot of my crypto legs under me is through my buddy here, and he's the one that knows those people over at ZoomCoin, and I'm actually working behind the scenes trying to get us recognized over there. But what I found out was something very, very cool. Hold on a second, let me find something here. Was that I told everybody about that Zoom platform, and what I didn't understand was that you can not only can you use that Zoom card and all that stuff, but you can onboard there too. I just found that out.
Really?
You can onboard through it, and it's very minimal as far as the KYC goes. So, you still have to send them, photo and all that kind of stuff, but it's last four of your social, so it's not like you're giving them all of your info, which, that's enough, but you got to do that anywhere you're going to on-ramp. So I think this we need to check this out a little deeper as far as the on-ramp goes. I haven't used it. I just found out, and I found out that you can create a corporate account too. So this Zoom coin is really impressing me so far. Still haven't had anything go wrong with it, nothing down, any of that kind of stuff. So just keep it disconnected from the internet until you want to send a transaction. Yeah. So I've downloaded all my apps, and now I've got everything on there, and yeah.
Be back in 1 segundo, sir.
Let's see. You can use the phone like a hardware wallet. Yeah, you can. Captain Breaking Bad. Oh boy. There you go, Cap. Yeah, the burner phone. I mean, I'm not using it for illicit activities. I needed another identity basically for Discourse Syndicate, and I didn't want to put it on my phone or any of that kind of stuff. So wanted to have it, separate. So for $29, I mean, shit. And it's an Android. Now I'm back on Android. I'm not Apple-based product with an iPhone. I got now I have an Android and a PC. I'm back to good with all of you guys now, right? So now I'm in the friggin' real computer world. Yeah. So it's nice having this. Or having different options. I like having different options. I have like one computer that I do all of my stakes with, and then remove my MetaMask from it. And now I don't have any stakes coming out for way into the future. I had a little bit that I was going to bring out, but I emergency end staked and stuck it all out past 2021, 22, and then beyond, of course, to 5,555. So I pushed it all out there. So I really don't have, 2021 is going to be nothing for me except for mad gains. I am so freaking stoked. Let's see. Randy said Connect Financial has their Visa credit card plus crypto wallet coming out soon. Right on. Also, I want you to teach me about library, Randy. I want to learn about library because We want to be on Theta and Library and kicking ass on YouTube. Well, because right now I think that's the game is Theta, Library, and YouTube. And then, we can push to Twitch and all the other stuff, the D Lives and all that other stuff. And but I think that those other streams those guys are going to be the kingmakers there. So I'm stoked on that. And then so no Kareem the Dream. All right, bud. Let's see. Let me see what we got in the chat room. Let's see. I'm going to read some of you guys' stuff here. Trying to reach a 3-year goal and 5-year goal with shares. Huddle Dogs said it best. It's getting really harder to get these T shares. It is so true. You are absolutely correct. Those T shares are like, when I get Hex, when I buy Hex, really I don't even notice the Hex. I don't even look at it. I go, okay, what kind of T share can I build with this? How many T shares can I get for this? And throw it out there and start looking at it. And it's like, oh man, I remember those days of those big T-shirt days. And it's like, it's going to get worse, guys. It's never going to get better. It's never going to get better. So not staring at that closed door and just going in and just getting your shares. That's the way to do it. And Kareem, I wish he would come on because now I do want to talk to him. If Kareem, when he talks about with the utmost confidence that that 5-5-5, the Quattro Cinco is like where you should be. Staked out past 10 is where you should be, and he's right. I mean, if you're not looking at short-term gains or tradability or any of that kind of stuff with Hex, and you're looking at using Hex for what it's really good for, which is making interest, which is, utilizing T-shares to build something for the future, then that's exactly right out there. And especially for all you younger guys and gals out there. I mean, come on. If you're 10, 15 years goes by so quick. I mean, I got a daughter that's 16, and she went from freaking 0 to 16 in like a blink of an eye. It was like nothing. I was getting into, the gaming world when she was, born, right when she was a little baby, I mean, it was insane, man. It goes so fast. And 10 or 15 years for people who are in their 20s, 30s, 40s, it's nothing. I mean, even if you're in your 50s, I talk shit all the time about being old, because I'm around so many young people. Like I got DC here, all you guys are young, but 53 is not old either, because 65 is just starting to become retirement age. Like 65, and no, people don't retire at 65 anymore. I can't do it. It's just Social Security doesn't do it. It's like now they go to all the 75. People are working. Shit, one of the guys that I had on my crew the other day was 78 years old. It's like, geez,
dude,
still out in the field working, bro. Oldest millwright I've ever met in my life. 78 years old, man. 78. It's like, holy moly. Still doing it. Hey, man, more power to him. He digs
Shout out
it.
to Obi-Wan Kenobi or Hex Kenobi for the $2.99 super chat.
He dropped something in the super chat. Our second super chat. Where's that at? I don't see it.
On YouTube and stuff. On the I think on the one that's called.
Oh, there it is. Toby
Kid.
Wan Hexobi. Hey, thanks, bro. Hey, Cap, didn't know we could super chat. Nice. Yeah, man. We just turned that on. Appreciate you jumping in, man. That was Knuckles got that set up. We finally monetized on YouTube. We figured that we were clean enough and we followed the rules long enough that we'd go ahead and do that and go ahead and bring attention. So we ran our first ads today. So if you go and watch Discourse Syndicate, you're going to see ads. I think our first ad was Jamie Foxx shilling some gambling site or something like that. I was like, oh man. So Yeah. So shout out to our sponsors.
Our first sponsor was like,
oh man. So yeah. So
leverage trading.
Oh, look at that crypto coffee! Couldn't even spare the whole buck and gives us a 99 cents there.
Wow,
Thanks, bro.
coffee.
Appreciate you. And he's got a hot dog in there too.
There's not even mustard on that hot dog.
There's no the mustard fell off that hot dog, baby.
It's not even a Polish hot dog.
Hey, my nephew took me. I don't know if I told everybody, but when I went out to visit him in Chicago, we went and kicked it at the I said, dude, I want to go to a real fucking Chicago dog place, man. Like a real one, like the real deal Chicago dog. So he took me to not by Wrigley Field, but the other baseball diamond, the other baseball field that's out there, and it's Kaminsky Park, I think it is.
Yeah. And
he took me right outside Kaminsky Park. It's a little tiny freaking hole in the wall kind of hot dog place, and you order the Polish dog Chicago style. They load that sucker up with tomatoes and pickles and peppers and all the freaking that shit was good, man. That shit was good. He took me to a real one.
I want to go to Chicago deep dish pizza place. That's where I want to go.
He took me there. So the night before, I'm a foodie, man. I freaking love my food, right? So the night before, I said, bro, I want to. And you know what? Really, deep dish Chicago, that's not really a big thing out there. He was telling me. He's like, that's everybody's kind of thing, but it's not really. He goes, there's some good places out here to do it, but he goes, it's not really it's not really that big a deal. But he took me to this really nice place, down a small town walk place, and we went down there and sat down, and they brought that fucking pizza was good, dude. That was a good ass pizza, man. That was good. We threw down on that one. And then, hey, Quarter Panda, thanks for the 369 on the Discourse Shillers. Yeah, baby.
Yeah.
Look at that. Our first super chats. Quarter Panda.
David just sent us a shit emoji.
David Fitter with a 99-cent load of shit. Thanks, David. You rock, bro. David, our tattoo man. Man with the tattoo. The man with the hex tattoo. That's David Fitter will forever be known as the first dude that rocked a fucking hex tattoo. On stream. He did it on stream. I think there's other hex tattoo out there, but he was the first one that had it streamed live, and he got paid for that shit, man. He got paid. that tattoo is going to be worth some bucks one day. Some bucks.
I think someone got one on his ankle, if I remember right. I can't remember who did it though. Who the fuck was that?
I think it was just a top hat. It was just a top hat.
Oh, okay. Oh, here we go. Macro the Hexagon NYC has the best pizza. Here we go.
Here we go.
New York people always with this.
But let me defend New York because see, here's what I found out. So I got I got a buddy that owns a 909 club in California here. It's a bar for USC. It's a very famous USC bar here in Southern California, and he bought it many years ago. And he's a pizza guy, and he owns a couple of other pizza joints out here in Hollywood area. But that's his main club. And he told me, he goes, the reason that New York pizza is good, and I'm going to tell you why, is because of the water. I said, what? It's the water. It's the water. And what people don't understand is that the minerals in New York water is very, very high. They've got real hard water, right? California's got really soft water versus New York's high mineral water. But the minerals that are in it do something to the dough that makes that shit taste like it does in New York. And he ships his water in from New York to make his damn pizzas, and he literally has his water shipped in so that he can make New York pizza.
Right,
I know it sounds really weird. I thought it was kooky when he was telling me it because he's one of those guys that just, he just goes off the chain yelling at you. And I'm like, I'm like, dude, really? Come on. I mean, he's like, no, you don't get it. You don't get it. I'm telling you right now, it's freaking the water, man. It's the fucking water. And I'm telling you, it's the water. Watch. And he said, I've tested it. I know it's the dough in the dough. I know the consistencies of the dough, and the water out here sucks, and you got to use New York water. And that's what it is, man. It's the freaking dough. And they sell special filters to make New York style pizza. Yeah. I think it's like, it's the way the hard water is softened or something like that just makes a New York style pizza the way it is, because they got real hard water out there. I don't know what it is, but it has to do with the difference in the water. And water. What's wrong? New Yorkers, why do you guys get rid of the R's? Why does the R's disappear?
Yeah, do you think Cameron for that?
And then they stick it on the ends of other things, right? So they'll take it off of one word and stiff it on the end of somewhere else because they've run out of places to stick those R's, I guess.
Jimmy wants the link to the filter.
Link the filter, please. Oh, man.
Brita, baby. It's not Brita.
You know, another hey, El Hexadente dropping a big 5 spot on us. Thanks for everything, fellas. No, thank you. Thank you for everything. Now guys like you that makes the Hex community great. I see you out there all the time, bro. You're in the Twitters. You're supporting us. You're supporting Hex. You're always supporting all of the YouTubers, and you got your own thing going, man. You are definitely a gem in the community. Thank you, bro. Thank you. But I was always telling about all these friends I have. Well, I do have a lot of friends around the country, but I had this buddy in Ohio that made a pizza oven in his backyard, like this freaking very, very expensive pizza oven. He had it imported from Italy, and he would just have pizza parties over at his house. He'd invite everybody over, and son of a bitch, man, that thing made some good ass pizza. I mean, you just go there and hang out, and he had a whole table full of toppings. You just throw them on there, and he'd throw that shit in his oven, slide them out. Man, what a party that was! That was good stuff. Yeah, those pizza ovens. I'm thinking if I ever redo my backyard and do what I want to do to it, I might put one of those pizza ovens back here, because I'm going to tell you, that was a fun time going to that dude's house, and everybody's just cracking beers and making their own pizzas and pulling them hot out of the oven. Oh man, dude, it's freaking badass, man. That was a good party right there. That was good party time. Okay, let's see. I was gonna look at the chat a little bit. I wonder what happened to Kareem. I wonder what happened. Maybe he went to bed. 9, 10. Maybe it was too late for him. Got too late for Kareem. That's all right. That's all right. We'll catch him on the next one. Maybe he thought I was blowing him off. I wasn't blowing you off, Kareem. I was just getting things started here. Whoa. Elon Musk is shilling GameStop because Melvin Capital shorted Tesla a long time ago and bragged about it.
Ooh, what'd I say?
Yeah, no, I know he did. I know that he was pissed off about that.
He just went over there and said water.
What's that?
He just stepped over them. He just stepped on their throat and said water.
Water. It's a.
Hey, you ever seen the movie Paid in Full?
What's that?
You ever seen the movie Paid in Full?
Paid in Full. It sounds familiar. I don't know. Hey, El Hexadente dropping another one on us, man. Dropped another 3.69.
It's my favorite hood movie. It's my favorite hood movie all time. It's the best. Cameron's in there and says water. They say water all the time in that movie. Hey, man, thank you for the money, man. Peace, water. They drive off. Hell Hexadente, thank you again for another $3.69. Compound Kareem.
Thanks, Matt. Oh man. So what's going on in the chat room there, Jay? You got a problem? What's going on, Jay? If I pee in the dough, would it make it pizza? And then he said, Hex Mac give. What the heck? Is he trolling you guys? Is this guy trolling the room? Who the F is Jay? Yeah, who's this? Who is this guy? Are you muted there, DC?
Oh, I was just laughing.
Let's see. Are you? The calcification on my Santa Ana dishwater begs to differ. Well, maybe I got it wrong with the hard or the soft and the water. Maybe there's this.
Maybe it's all the fluoride. Maybe it's all the fluoride in the pipes. So.
It has something to do with the hardness of the water and the way it filters out and what minerals are in it. I think it's what minerals are in it mostly. It has to do with something to do with the minerals in the water. And I don't know exactly what that is. I'm just telling you what it is. It's the fucking water. And that's all you really need to know. See, RG3 is a realist, and he just gets things when things are got. When things are got, when it's understandable, it's like, oh, okay, I get it. All right, I accept that. I don't need to know about it, but I'll accept it. And that's just the kind of guy I am. I think I don't need to know all the fucking details like most of you guys do, man. You guys gotta proctologize everything, man. You guys get up in there and start digging in that ass on everything, man. It's like you guys do this thing called analysis paralysis, man. You guys can't get on with life without fucking knowing something from soup to nuts, inside out, fucking, giving that shit an enema. I mean, come on. Let's see. Don't mean to say it again. Calcium and magnesium in hard water for New York pizza. Yeah. It has something to do like that. Yeah. Crypto King, there he is. What's up? By the way, High Impact Flicks worked for several years at a water treatment plant. He knows all about the fluoride poison in the water. I don't know for a fact. I know that they stuffed that fluoride shit in our mouths when we were kids. I don't know if they still do it. I know toothpaste has it and whatever. But for some reason, I've heard some conspiracy theories about fluoride being like a byproduct of, I think it was aluminum manufacturing or something like that. Some kind of a foundry type of. Yeah, it was a
byproduct. It's what happens when industry gets really big. They have a lot of byproducts, and they're like, "What the hell do we do with all this?"
Yeah, they're throwing it in the water, saying, "Oh, this shit's good for your teeth."
We're selling it.
Dump it in the water. Oh shit! So I don't know. I really don't know what the whole real story behind that is, because I try and stay away from things that look too conspiracy theory.
Right.
Because then, before you know it, you're storming the Capitol and you're fucking going to jail and stupid shit like that. So you gotta be careful with the conspiracy theories, right, Britsology? Anyway, so you gotta be careful with that shit, because it could lead you down rabbit holes, man. There's some weird stuff out there, man, and you guys can lose sense of reality when you start climbing into those, taking all those red pills and climbing down into those rabbit holes and starting to trip on that shit, man.
Here's a conspiracy theory that I've heard that actually does make some sense too. That some people said they pushed this whole fluoride in the water thing to sell more bottled water. It worked. I mean, like
you can reverse conspiracy anything.
I know. If you look into Nestle owns so much water. That's not even a conspiracy theory. Like, those are some evil people, man. The guy who owns Nestle, he wants to own like all the fresh water in the world because he wants to charge people for it. It's pretty messed up. Like, if you look into that company, so this chocolate sucks anyway too. You tried Nestle chocolate? It's horrible. Trash. I'll say it in 3 different languages too.
Oh, no, I never even heard Nestle. Or are you talking about Nestle?
Nestle.
Okay.
Nestle. Yeah, they're a trash company. Yeah. I don't. Yeah.
Right.
Trash.
I get that NorCal soft water. Nestle is an evil water company they take from out of the streams up here. Yeah. Water's a funky issue in California.
And I drink Kirkland water
because we got a lot of population like from LA down that drinks a lot of water because we're desert, and then from LA up is where the water comes from. So we kind of suck all that water dry from up there. So it created this animosity between Northern and Southern California. So we always get this water war thing going on. So yeah, but California should have been split up into a bunch of different states anyway. There's too many people, too many different cultures out here to not have like 3 separate states. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they go out of their way not to allow like desal plants too.
Yeah, well, that and refineries,
Right.
and that's just controlling. That's another one of those De Beers deals is controlling supply. We're not going to let you build a refinery, and we'll put it under the guise of we're trying to save the environment, so no more refineries. But then it's going to pump the price of gas because we don't have enough refineries to make the fuel you want, and then let's put more regulations in so that we can even make more expensive fuel. Like the gas companies didn't want the extra money for the whatever it is in California that we put in our gas, the ethanol shit or whatever they do.
Yeah. They added corn, 10% corn.
Oh yeah. We got to sell that freaking Monsanto corn too.
and then too,
we can't put enough fructose corn syrup and everything, so let's put it in the freaking fuel too.
So somebody had the smart idea to subsidize soybeans, and now soy is in everything. Soy lichen, soy this, soy that, soy boy. Now we even have soy boys in chat. I mean, it's permeated everywhere in our communities, in all the communities across crypto and stocks and stooks and bonds and everything, man.
Yeah.
We have an epidemic of simping ass dudes in this country.
Oh boy, here we go.
I mean, dude,
here we go.
I don't want to get into
You know what? The word itself is I get it, but it's existed for all time.
Oh yeah.
It's always existed.
Doesn't it come from bird?
What's that?
Doesn't the original word come from like birds? Because it comes from like, I think that word comes from basically like or like the simping is just basically another word for fucking like cuckold, which is just a bird would take its egg and leave it in someone else's nest, and then the bird would raise.
I always looked at simping as so. This whole alpha thing too. I mean, look, let's talk about this for a second, because
Here we go. I'm going to with his conspiracy theories now.
No, look, man, it has nothing to do with conspiracy theories. It has to do with human nature. So we got men and we got women, right? And there is no, and for the most part, men are more masculine and women are more feminine. There's an energy to that, feminine energy and a masculine energy. And all humans have both. Let me say that again. All humans have both energies in them. You have the ability to tap into feminine attributes and the ability to tap into masculine attributes. And some people, based upon their hormone levels, react in a more extreme way on the spectrum. You have women that are very, very feminized, and you have women that are very little feminized and then very masculinized. And that's the whole spectrum. Women sit on the whole spectrum. Men also sit on the whole spectrum, right? So the goal in life, maybe for some people, should be to try and sit somewhere in the middle with all of it, right? Tap into all that energy, because that's really what benefits the entire world and yourself. Being overly masculine, it doesn't always fly right for you, especially in a relationship. Women like a little bit of a soft touch. They like a little bit of that femininity, so that they can, feel like you care about them and stuff. That you're not trying to, But anyway, I mean, that's just details of all this shit. But what I'm saying is that most people want to sit somewhere in the middle of the spectrum. Now, this whole simp thing or whatever. So what we've got now is we've got that spectrum out there. And we've got an internet. So now we can all talk to one another. So now these very masculinized guys can go in and work on these very feminized guys. They want to be masculine, but they just don't understand how, because their hormones have just gotten them to where they're just, kind of feminized. Or there's a whole nother situation of attractiveness. And that has really nothing to do. I mean, I've seen people that physically aren't attractive but are very attractive because of their personalities, because of their charisma. So they've worked on it, or they've just had the ability to, overcome, for lack of a better term, the ugly stick hitting them, and then you've got the people on the other side of the spectrum. They're very, very, good looking, but some of them don't know how to use it or whatever, So that's different than the whole masculine feminine thing. You've got the ugly stick problem, right?
Yeah.
So now if you have both problems, if you've got a lack of being either on the masculine or feminine side and you've got an ugly stick problem, then you're looking for help. And a lot of these people prey on these folks and say, hey, let me help you. Okay, let me put my arm around you. I'm going to show you how to be as cool and as badass and as good looking and as fast talking as I am. I'm going to get you laid, bro. So you get a lot of those guys doing that shit to these other people. And really, they're the simps. They're the ones simping on the people that are less fortunate than they are, So I'm this whole freaking dating culture thing has just really got me like, because look,
it's
my dating days are over with. I'm done with all that. I've been married for 20 years. So, but just to let you know, back in the day, RG3 did his business. I took care of business. I did all right. I didn't have problems. I was a good-looking young man, and I was very confident. I had everything going for me. Everything was fine. And I noticed that there were friends that didn't have that. But we didn't have fucking classrooms for those guys to try and be like, the guys like me or whatever back in those days. There wasn't a classroom for it.
Yeah.
It wasn't like a promise that I can teach you how to do this shit,
Right.
It just, I think it's bullshit.
There was, but it just wasn't known very well.
No, man, it was like, yeah, you know what you did? You hung out with, if you were ugly and didn't have confidence, you hung out with the guys that were good looking that had confidence, and you went and tried to learn what they did, And I mean, that's kind of like, I guess it's kind of the same, but now that you have like a classroom environment online, people are doing it on fucking line and charging for it and shit.
Yeah, well, that's what's going on globally right now. I mean, we're transitioning over to like an internet world. Like, what's going on now is we're going towards the global sexual marketplace now. Instead, where you would have to compete against your local area, now you're competing against your tri-state area or anyone in a driving distance. So that's what's kind of going on, is that like instead, like, obviously the bottom guys in everything, like the guys at the bottom always do shit. I mean, it's always shitty. Like, that sucks. You get hit with the ugly stick, and also you're a pussy. You're like scared. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, oof. But like, what's going on right now is that, like, let's just say Captain. Captain was young Chad, Mr. Chad right here. Chad picture. Chad, you're on Mr. Tinder. What would end up happening is, because people are looking at all the options people have, you would start getting more girls. That you probably would have got more chicks now than you would have got back then, because you're like, if you're really good looking and you're also confident and stuff, people are looking on these apps, you would just be killing it. But while you're killing all these chicks and stuff, this is taking chicks away from other dudes, and you're tying up girls. This is what's going on right now. So it's really interesting if you look at it. But basically, the top 20%, the dudes that were really slaying, they're slaying even more now. And then the guys at the bottom are really getting like nothing, bro. It's kind of worse. It's really, it's kind of, I mean, obviously I'm not praising all this pickup artist stuff and anything like that, but I understand what's going on. It's just like, fuck, it's like, it's like now you know that there's like a lot of other grasses around here. Like, that whole, the grass is greener, right? Now people have this whole place where, like, I can look at a huge area and swath of an area for people now. And that's what's also messing people up, is that they have this whole thing of analysis by paralysis. They have too many options now.
Yeah, no, you're right. And the thing is that the whole drive for all of that is chemical. I mean, it's chemical in men in their younger ages. It's part of the hormones, man. That's what's driving that. It's driving it. And some guys have it more than others, and they're built different than the others. And like you said, that It's either the ugly stick or the confidence problem or the, no game problem or whatever it is. Just don't know how to talk to people, all that kind of stuff, overconfident, over cocky, but it's all driven by hormones. I mean, no matter, and the thing that really, and I see you do it sometimes too, when it comes to the ladies, it's like this, it's not women bashing. It's like, I want to put women in their place kind of thing,
What?
I see what you guys do, the way you guys talk. Look, come on, man. I've been on some of those streams where those guys are talking about the dating culture. What did you just call it? The pickup culture or whatever. They talk about women like they're fucking, like they're cannon fodder. It's like, yeah, let's go out there and see how many of these things we can smash, but.
Oh, I would love to hear an audio tape of you, bro, at fucking 21 years old in the club. I want to hear how you're talking.
It was the.
No, it's just what's going on is this
what
stuff.
I don't understand is
you get a bunch of bros together.
Look, man, I played and I played hard. I did. I'm not gonna lie. I am not gonna lie. There is a wake of destruction behind RG3. Believe you me, there is. There's broken hearts and destruction, and most of it was I lost out of all of it, to be honest. But that, like I said, the hormone thing just drove me to do what I did. And maybe it's because I'm older now, because I'm wiser, because I understand relationships better, that I look at that and go, it's really spinning the wheels, and all it is wasting people's emotions, your own and theirs, and all that kind of stuff. Because here's the bottom line when it comes to if you want to get and when it comes to men and women and who's better and or who's this and they're different, obviously. But when you want to get shit done, you ask men. Period. End of story. That's what happens. You ask men if you want to get shit done. But if you want to know why you do get things done, you ask women, because they drive every motivation. Every man is driven by women.
All war is
period. Period. End of story. Your whole life is surrounded around trying to get back into where you came out of. Period. That's it.
It's kind of funny. Yeah.
It's the truth. Your whole life is spent trying to get back in there some way, somehow. The shoes you buy, the car you drive, the job you get, all of that stuff. And it's not all, of course. It's like 90% of men are driven by trying to please a woman.
Right. Unknowingly too. Like some of them know it, but like a lot of stuff they do is like why like, and I've had this conversation before, right? And like there's women, but this is like it's two sides of the same coin. Like the reason women do certain things is because we want that, and that's what, like, why do you think women are so into looks, like into their looks and makeup for?
Yeah, because we like it. See, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Men think, okay, so men are tough, rough. No, we like soft and lacy. Men really like those things. See, we don't want to lay down with another. Well, not all of us. We don't want to lay down with another man that's rough, has got a beard, and freaking. We don't want that. We want soft and lacy and all of that kind of stuff. So really, our mentality is, see, they're the ones that want the tough stuff. They want it, So when you think about it, the mentalities are really switched. Men like soft and lacy, and women like rough and tough. So I mean, it's think about it, right? So really, our taste is for soft and lacy, and sweet and kind and nice. We like all that stuff. And women like their men a little rough, tough, and harsh. That's it's and again, it's I'm generalizing it, but that's the gist. That is the gist of it, or the primeval feeling that we all have. And there's a lot of nuances and differences and caveats. And then, like I said, there's the masculine and feminine thing where people have different levels of it and all that kind of stuff and hormones. But I mean, in general, that's the case. So anyway, I don't know why we ended up on this tangent. that I'm on right now.
Because you were trying to chastise me over females, or I don't do.
over the dating culture thing where they
what dating culture? Oh my god! Oh, okay. Sometimes, dude, some dudes just need a kick in the fucking. Yo, dude, stop being with this. Go talk to her, bro. Stop, bro. I like you. I like you too. And then
Walter,
that little dude with that chick. He ends up hooking up with a chick, and then he comes back all acting like all tough and shit. Like, yeah, bro, come on.
Well, it's the it's the hunt thing, It's every guy's like that. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Come on. I'm like it too. I've got my trophies. I had my trophies too. So I did the same thing. It's just part of the mentality.
RG is woke.
Walter, you sent from society to argue with RG3. Everybody would argue with me. I got a weird way of looking at things, man. They do want other men. You're right. I mean, there's that too. And ain't nothing wrong with it. It is what it is. That's who they are. That's what they do. That's their thing. But yeah, men like soft toys, girls like hard toys. Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're absolutely right. I mean, you think about it.
Yeah.
Bruh, guys are animals. We are. But in the end, when you start to so there's a small portion of your life where you're in that hunt phase, and then like I got a buddy who was just a big asshole, and he was a good looking guy, confident guy, dated a lot of women, but never could keep a relationship because he never could keep himself out of trouble. He's always cheating and doing all that kind of stupid shit. So he's alone. He's 53 years old and he's alone. And now he's chasing the dragon, trying to find this young thing and that young thing, and it never works out for him because he's turned into an old asshole and he's trying to pick up on young ladies and versus growing older with somebody and having kids and all that. He's trying the dating thing while he's in his mid 50s, and it's just not fucking working out for him. And so he's miserable, and he's going into his retirement years and everything just fucking miserable because he never got it early on that, okay, all of this stuff was fun, but it really wasn't how to make my life better in the future.
Right.
And some people, they enjoy that. Like Gary, I think Gary's, single guy, he dates, he's close to my age. But Gary's got his head on straight, and he gets it. Now, I don't know how he treats women or how, his relationships go, but he seems to be a happy guy, and he seems to not, ever complain about that stuff. So, put your head on straight. If that's the way you're going to be, if you're going to be single and no kids and all that kind of stuff, then cool, but get ready for that because it gets harder as you get older, man. You ain't picking up on the 25, 30-year-old girls anymore when you're in your late 50s and shit, So anyway. Whatever. I'm just trying to be helpful. So get your shit together, guys. Treat women with respect. Find a good one. Find one that you could stand for longer than fucking 1 or 2 days, and then go out and make her, make an honest woman out of her. I don't know. Or stay away from it. Especially keep her away from your crypto gains. I don't know.
What crypto, RG?
See, that's another thing, you guys. Some of you guys are going to get hunted down. So you be careful. You be careful out there. Some of you are going to have some rather large hex bags. And it's going to be like the fucking NBA around here, man. You're going to have a girl.
That's exotic.
What's that?
I'm looking at a lot of people in this chat, man. They better be careful, bro. They'll be the first ones talking like, yo, I got this hex bag right here, baby. What is this?
I know, man. 5 years from now, these brothers are going to be like freaking, they're going to be throwing down, and we're going to have like hex, groupies running around trying chasing these guys down.
Oh my God. Can you imagine, like, you got some T-shares, man. You got some T-shares.
And don't be bringing them on my pirate ship either when I invite all you guys over and gals over. Don't be bringing those freaking those hex suckers onto the damn ship.
Forgo women, acquire hex. Chads.
Forgo women, acquire hex. I mean, this was one of my philosophies. It's a horrible philosophy. It's horrible, but it's so truth. It's so fucking woke. It's so truth. It's not good for you emotionally. But here I'm going to say it just because I got to say it. Hookers are cheaper than wives, just to let you know. Oh man, I shouldn't have said that, but I did. I did.
Hoes in different area codes.
Oh man, I probably shouldn't have said that, but anyway, it's the truth. It is the truth. If you're a guy that's financially worried about your finances and your future, you know, but I'm not condoning prostitution or anything, but there are those women that'll just date you just because of your money and not necessarily asking you to put, you know, the $500 on the nightstand, but they will, you know, drain you of your dollars just to hang out. Let's see. What do we got going on in the chat room?
I didn't think this conversation would go in this direction, bro. Just truly, I mean that.
Well, you know, we got to add some value here and there outside of Hex. Drop some wisdom bombs in the chat room for some of the guys here and the gals. Same with you gals too. Same with you gals. It's going to be, you're going to have men chasing you too. We've got some women that are going to be some significant Hex bag holders. We're going to see some of them on stream on Friday. So you ladies too, and screw them guys that are going to chasing your Hex. You keep an eye out for them. Always be watching. Always be watching.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it doesn't look like Kareem's coming. Doesn't look like we're getting ready on 2 hours here. Everybody's like, oh man, I don't like it to end at 2 hours. You don't pay hookers for sex. You pay them to leave. You are absolutely 100% correct, Spike. 100, baby. 100. That's the thing I left out of that. You pay them to leave.
RG, we all pay for it one way or another.
You got that right. It costs a lot of money. It costs a lot of money.
I mean, I'm not just in it for the technology, you guys, obviously.
Like I said, you want to get something done, you ask men. You want to know why? You ask women. Because they're the ones that control the whole thing. They control the whole thing. All right.
Any closing thoughts, RG?
You know, RG3 apologizes for all the information that he's dropped on you guys this evening, and if it destroys your relationships or your life in the future, this is my disclaimer. Don't take any of this stuff seriously.
I also want to apologize, you guys, for absolutely nothing.
I apologize for absolutely nothing. Oh man, you know, again, I don't talk sports, but God, I love it when that motherfucker gets his ass beat. I just love it. I love it.
Connor?
Yep.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. He was being real humble on that last. Like it was like I didn't even know he was.
Yeah, because he's trying to break back in because he doesn't want. He wants to make some more money, man, and everybody hates his dumb ass. Just his freaking boys that follow him everywhere. That's those guys that you're talking about.
Yeah.
Following around a guy like that who's acting tough and talking shit all the time. And
there's a guy in crypto like that I'm not going to say his name, but like, man, he is hurting people really badly right now.
Really?
Yeah. I'll tell you after the show, man. But this guy, he presents this lifestyle of like being like a Chad and everything. Like he's making fast money in cars and all this stuff and just getting people like sliced, diced in. He's like scamming people, telling people take money out on your credit cards and let's leverage. And he's like, and he doesn't even know what the hell he's doing with, dude, bro, it's bad. Like we had some people from our course that told us about what was going on in there. People were just losing like $30,000 in the night or something, just doing stupid, just dumb, just getting people so. And then they're out, like these guys who are doing this, they're not in America. They're out in like the like Ukraine. I think he's in Ukraine or Poland, right? They're in Ukraine or Poland or whatever. But it's
Hold on a second. Hold on a second. No, go ahead. Keep going. Ukraine or Poland, you said?
Yeah. Usually, I don't know, man. Like I feel like the biggest scammers always come outside of America. Maybe I'm biased. I mean, there's some scammers here in the United States, but like they got to keep it.
We got ours too.
Yeah, we got ours, but they got to keep it sort of under control. Like these guys outside the States, they come everything.
Sorry, family emergency. I have to leave the room, and then I'm just okay. I'm trying to hop in. Are you still on?
Yeah, you want to hop in?
Yes, absolutely. I wanted to. My bad. I literally was asking for it, and my brother called me, and I'm like, I was onboarding somebody.
All right. Don't bullshit me. Get in here.
I'm not bullshitting.
Get in here. He's coming. Last minute. He's only going to get a few minutes. I'm going to shut him down quick here. Oh man, Kareem the Dream.
I'm actually
lay it down.
I'm gonna order some pizza right now.
Some New York style pizza with some hard water.
Some hard water. Yes, sir. It's so dumb, but yeah, there's these. I do see these guys out here, man. There's really bad people out here in crypto, man. Yo, fuck these guys. I mean, like for real. Okay.
Here it is. Let's bring them on.
Let's bring them on.
Kareem,
going on?
hey, check this out. So you gotta do this the right way. You got your green screen, man. Look at that.
I know. It was on earlier automatically, but for whatever reason,
Do you know how to do so? So you see the little camera mic button down there? There you go. Look at you.
Yeah, man, I'm proud of that. RG, I'm a fast learner. No, it's funny, when I was on with Brand, it just came out automatically for some reason.
So if you go back over to that green screen, there's a little slider there.
Mm-hmm.
If you go back, you see how you're like there you the other way a little bit. Now you're disappearing. You're like Star Trekking out. There you go.
Is it better?
Yeah. There you go. Look at that.
3 usually is the
Yeah, there you go.
Awesome,
man. Looking legit.
Always, man. Hey, by the way, again, I told everybody, shout out to you for the recommendation for the Dream Stream. That's the one I ordered. It didn't quite come on time. Amazon kind of step up their game, but shout out to you for the thing. So, yeah, sorry about that, dude. It's the most funniest thing where I'm about to hop on whatever, and then my brother calls me, and he's with another friend, and it's crazy. And I flipped this whole story. The whole hype right now with the whole GameStop and all that stuff. But I was like, but it was so funny because I was teaching them kind of crypto 101. You know what I mean? Experiencing the FOMO. What if you go down the narrative, the crypto, this? I'm like, listen, understand something. It's all great, but you missed the parabola right now. Then you're the blow up top. Can you go up? Yeah, but then what if it corrects right back? And especially pre-market, low liquidity, you're gonna be scratched. So long story short, I ended up talking to his friend, because his friend, I was talking to him. Next thing you know, got him into Hex. Guy's going to move in like 10K, which is awesome. Get your staking. Don't worry about none of that stuff. We understand all this play because we learned that in crypto. The whole crypto influencer is the equivalent of like, you got the Elon Musk tweet. I heard OKC's fucking tweet about it too. But I say, listen, it's musical chair. The good fight, the little guy against the big guy. Hey, let's be fucking real. Ultimately, what I really think this is about, it's whatever the name of that big hedge fund that's known for. There's big money that wanted to take them out too. And they're using the narrative. The guys started it, but then the big guys that want to get those guys out as a competition is going to finish it. And I think this is going to be great for the space as a whole because it's a fair warning, like Shamaf said, and he used to say, bitch, the tide is shifting. You're not going to bully us anymore.
Now it shows that look what we can do. Now
exactly. And now with a new hedge fund, and we got the money. Because if you guys remember the funny story, but not funny because I used to work there. They used to bully Tesla stocks around, fucking short seller bouncing around this and that. And then it got to a point where when the short squeeze started, and oh my God, they helped fuel this thing up. Now it's like they're afraid to touch that because the strong hands are strong. That's what good. I don't want to say cult following, but let's say a strong community can do.
Exactly.
I spent kind of half an hour.
Here's the thing, Kareem. It's like this is a lesson.
Absolutely.
And this is a lesson that Hex is teaching in crypto. The same thing that just happened is what Hex is doing already.
Dude, if
We've
anybody get margin trading, bring it on. We're going
bring it on. Try it. Try it. Watch what happens.
We're going to be out of liquidity.
Watch what Hex does. You know, bring us some shorts. Bring it to us, because it's set up to it's a trap, man. Don't even bring that shit around here. So that's what I like seeing, is that this model is starting to take place. It's starting to take its position in the whole world now. So that's going to make Hex even more popular when people do start to get a different mentality. See, because I think, you know, everybody's focus got put on trading and stocks with this whole Robinhood thing, right? So this whole Robinhood thing.
By the way, they set up to get those people wrecked. Let's be very clear about that.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They said we're going to get a few pennies, a few shekels from everybody. On top of that, we're going to get their leverage too. So and they did it to these kids, man. My son works at a pizza joint, and all those kids in there, 20 somethings all the way down to 17 somethings, are all with that damn Robinhood app. Yep. They're all got that app on their phone. They're all doing it.
Yep. Kids, and by the way, same thing with Fidelity. They
don't understand, and they're getting sucked into this thing. You know, my son, he walked in there the other day and showed him the Staker app. You know, and they all their jaws hit the floor. But he's like, no, this is a solid.
Oh, dude, you should have seen that guy.
I don't leverage trade. My son says, you know, I put a little bit of my paycheck in every week, and I'm buying Hex, and I'm staking it. And here's what I got. Here's my ladder. Here's and they're like,
my brother's friend, when I told him a little bit about the Dream account or whatever, it was end of story. It was just like, dude, no stress, none of that stuff. And by the way, that's before the price appreciation. And then I show also how beautiful our chart looked like, whether it is USD or the ETH. And I wanted to show them the difference between getting an entry point when the parabola is already going and running crazy, or when something is about to do something that he has already done many times in the nice curve and where the momentum is coming in. And ultimately, the power of the Robinhood, for people who don't understand, is it's mainly because they do these things where, because Fidelity also have an app, which is really great, but they do these things where they can give you leverage even if you have a small stack. You see, because traditionally, like leverage and stuff, they want to make sure.
Yeah, that was for people who had money that needed it for a minute.
Or at least 10 grand. Because the key is this: any money you have, you can always buy spot. Is the fact that you want to do the leverage, they want to get you at least to 10 grand, because they know a little bit more, a sense of conscience that it's a little bit dangerous. You got to make sure you have a certain amount. And as your account gets bigger and bigger, it goes from 1x to 2x to 4x. But no crazy 100x, but at least it's built up like that. The fucking Robinhood, they changed that. Dude, you got 500 or whatever, they'll give it to you. Also, they will do the option, and then you can, obviously, because you can buy a fraction of the share and whatever, but also that create that easy liquidation, because it's another name for 100x leverage. It's the same thing.
Well, you remember the latest loan scandal that happened over the last 10, 12 years. That you know, all these bad loans that they were giving out.
Yep,
it was the same thing. They over leveraged people and then walked with all their money. This is the same thing happening in the stock market at its height. We've got companies going into the lower denominations of money, of people money. There's a lot more of them that have less money and less leverage ability, but there's a big pool there. There's a big pool to dip in. They are stealing your money, folks. They're stealing from you.
And that's what I was my friend.
They're stealing from, and they're looking to steal from you. And they've been doing this shit for the beginning of time. And they did it 10, 12 years ago with you know, they gave everybody a loan. Anybody can get a $500,000 house in California. Everybody qualified. All you had to do was say on paper that you made enough money to pay for that house. That was it. They made it so easy. And that's what this Robinhood shit's doing to you. They make it so easy for you to just get leverage and come on in, everybody come have fun. And then guess what they're going to do? When the time is right and they get enough of you motherfuckers in there, they're going to pull the damn rug on you. And you guys are going to get wrecked. So many of these kids are going to get wrecked. So many people are going to get wrecked. And it's just going to, there is nothing new under the sun. They've been running these scams forever, and they're running it again on you guys. So I'm telling you, it's nice to see that the culture is fighting against it. Smart people are fighting against it a little bit. And Hex is here to fight against it in crypto. Mm-hmm. But hey, get on the right side of history, guys. Stay away from that shit. I'm telling you right now, that shit is gonna fucking wreck people, and it's coming. It's coming. And this is really like the warning shot right now. Seeing this should be such an eye opener for people. How easy it is to manipulate and suck people into this thing, and how easy it's gonna be for this big company that's been fucking around and bullshitting with this stuff is going to get destroyed. It's going to get destroyed because of this. People's lives are wrecked now. Not that those guys didn't deserve it, because they all deserve it, because they've been fucking around for a while now, running around, laughing at everybody, doing what they're doing. But they're going to pay for it right now. Now it's time for them to pay the fucking piper, and it ain't going to be pretty. There's some fucking Lambos and big high-rise apartments in New York and all that shit that's going away tomorrow. All gone. These guys are some of them are gonna be putting fucking pistolas in their mouths and shit. I mean, jumping out of buildings. It's gonna be ugly. It's gonna be ugly.
And the craziest part I want people to understand, and this is something that I said on the earlier stream with Brand, is I like to show people where the logic is so they understand what's happening, so they can really seek and understand the message that we're giving tonight, because it's not about like, we're hating because we're not doing X, Y, Z. No, I want people to understand the bigger picture. So number one, it's all about this narrative play that they do. And us in crypto understand that very well, because we literally battle tested, because we literally have seen all the narratives. So what they're doing is, like you were saying earlier, they get everybody in the strong narrative, the little guy against the big guy, and blah, blah, blah. Everybody and their mom comes in. It's the equivalent of, your taxi driver tell you about Bitcoin and this and that. And at the top, near 400, 500, whatever. Everybody know how parabola goes. The last legs are the most violent, but that's also where the most severe retrace will happen and crush all those people. So hear me loud and clear. As much as I love the little guy and I love the mission and whatever, there's absolutely no way that the little guy had enough money, all in combined, to pump the price the way that he pumped. There's a lot of big guy underneath, whale pumper. You can use whatever narrative you want. Oh, they're the nice guy, they're the white whale, they're the X. No, they were out there to get that capital, that investment company. Because like Chamath's been saying a lot of the time, which I think is good, a lot of those fucked up firms, because they are fucked up, they're running 10, 12, 13x leverage. I mean, shit that you and I will never be able to get. It's just like, how? It makes no sense. And then what was dangerous is that they literally prey on little company. I mean, I'm not saying that, Gamestop was run the best way, but, it's still GameStop. We go buy a video game. It's the minimum wage employees working there. The same way right now they're running the same narrative with the AMC thing. But that company was not only against GameStop, but they borrowed shit ton of money for the short to really push that to the ground, which kind of reminds me of the day when they were really hating on Elon Musk and really wanted to push it down to make money and really crush you. So that fight against that is really powerful, and I like that. So now they're going to think twice before they start doing those crazy bets, and institutions going to think twice before allowing them to run 12x leverage, because guess what? You can lose your firm overnight. Now, that's one thing. But make no mistake, some of those white whales had to come in to really support the buying pressure, but they were out there to get that bad. It's a new paradigm shift. There's a new hedge fund in town, like the new big wealth, the new crypto, and they're out there to get those people. But when that narrative is done, when the musical chairs stop, this thing's gonna fucking retrace. And if you're stuck in there, it's your fault because you didn't understand. That's what I was telling my brother and his friend when they call me, literally almost biblical, to talk about this, like what I couldn't pick up. I'm sorry. So I said, guys, I said, calm down. What's your experience? I laughed. I said, what's your experience right now is what we call in crypto, us, the pros.
That's nothing. We're talking about 132% rise. I was like, that ain't no fucking rise.
I just made a good funny. I said, guys, come on. You want a 50%, 100%? Come to crypto. I can show you that in a couple hours. And which 24 hours. So like, this is like
4,000.
Exactly. And by the time I shifted to Hex or whatever, I'm like, oh, wow. Yeah, this is the way to be. But all that to say, that was the narrative. The one thing that I'm really proud about for the little guy is that the little guy, after being burned countless of time, at least some of those youngsters, they're using their fucking brain. They're building systems, like I've been a big proponent of. they start to learn about fucking trading, learn about options. At least that's the really fuck good thing about internet, right? Whatever you can seek your mind to it, if you're disciplined enough, you can learn. And some of those youngsters have enough knowledge to learn the same shit that the 50-year-old old trader can do. So that's how they learn how to attack the trade the way they attacked the short seller. And that's what got them the momentum. And then the big guy, which is always out there, you know, when the little fish are fighting, or even the dolphins, there's always a whale fight above, right? Everybody thought they were whale till the big whale shows up. And they saw, oh my God, those kids are actually smart. They did a good move. They started to squeeze this thing. Let's come in and jump on the trade. It's like the fucking momentum trader that wait for you to do all the hard work, do everything, right? RG, and then you can jump on your trade. But hey, it's cool. But hey, it adds to the momentum, right?
It will, yeah.
Same thing that's happening right now. But the moment the music stops, because the higher it goes, the more money it needs to push, right? That's when it's going to be so. And that's what I was telling that dude. And by the time I was done talking to Hex, boom, he was already there creating a MetaMask wallet. So it was pretty funny. But ultimately, to be a little unbiased, they made me a call. Hey, I got $1,000. I got to put in one of the two. I said, if you really, really have to, because you're a DGen, I get it. Do the. I would say that's my 2 cents. I don't recommend trading, but I'll say if you have to buy one of the two, buy the AMC and not the fucking GameStop. Why? Again, crypto 101. The parabola over there is kind of starting. The parabola over here is kind of ending. Asymmetrical risk reward. They both started
Not financial advice, by the way.
Yeah, I barely just looked at the chart for like 5 minutes. But
let me preface. Preface isn't the right word. I hate the fact that my vocabulary is so limited. What we should be telling everybody is get the fuck out of there. Get the fuck out of that mess right now. Right now, get yourself out of that goddamn mess. It's a mess, and it's about to it's not sustainable. Right. That pump right now, it should be a hit and a half for your ass. The fuck out of it, because in crypto, that's nothing. I mean, we see that
all the time. And more importantly,
but when you see that shit in the stock market, when you are seeing that shit over there, you that should be a hit and half for your ass. You're playing in the wrong fucking alley, man. You need to get the hell out of there. You're wearing the wrong colors and you're in the wrong alley. And if you're a little guy and you put some of your fucking hard-earned money in there that you can't afford to lose, you better get the fuck out of that game, because that's going to be a wrecking ball coming at your ass right now. So be careful with that shit, man.
I've been speculating that the last 3-4 days of the prices going down on crypto is because people in crypto have been selling their Bitcoin and their fucking Ethereum to go buy these stocks. Literally.
Big mistake.
And literally, if you just look at it, when the whole GameStop news came up, magically Bitcoin and Ethereum started going like this. Slowly. I wonder why.
And also because there's a bigger story here. I want people to always look at the macro view. So there's two big indicators that's flipped it against also for crypto and traditional market. Because besides those two gaming towns that we're talking about, let's not forget that S&P and Dow actually did a mini crash today. So market was red overall, 2% shit and whatever. So let's not forget that. Which means with those two stocks, which clearly is hype, no fundamental, they don't deserve the valuation, at any time could crash. But ultimately related to crypto is mainly, I believe, because the DXY is, dollar index, if you look it up, it's breaking out right now. And every time, again, some of the expert traders that I follow, they talk about this, just like in 2017, it crashes first, crypto pumps because dollar gets worthless. So everything pumps, including stock market. But then when it gets out of the wedge and it starts to break out, again, anybody Google DXY right now, start to break out almost to the day when we had the 42K. It may sound controversial, but I call it the at least short-term top, because this thing can just dance around here for weeks and then, bear trap could go down. But DXY is really my because I'm a big time frame thinker. It's my indicator. When DXY strengthened, everything bowed down. The DXY to the stock market is the equivalent of Bitcoin to the altcoin. When this guy decides to go the other way, move out the way. And again, shout out to RH Genius. It's almost to the day, right? Hey, people talking shit about the USDC pair. No more. The next day, the top. And I was seeing that too. But I was like, you know what? Listen, I don't trade. So I'm just going to enjoy the show.
Yeah,
And this is when the spank shows up, and then you're like, wow, how nice, huh? Foresights, knowing what to do, to the point where I'm a little scared because I want Ethereum to go and do this on time high. But if Bitcoin shit the bed, then sadly, if we have to at least calm down a little bit. But you add that DXY, what's going on? Stock market is starting to cry. And then some of the people that had their gains, like to your word, dollar cost, they're moving to go buy the dip. I don't necessarily mean it's just the Gamestop, it's just a hot story, but just stock market as well. So that many times they sell crypto to go buy the dip in the stock market, also, and it's ping pong.
So I don't mean to piss all over your parade, Kareem. I'm glad that you speak how you speak, and you know what you know, and you bring what you bring to the stream and to the community. It's important, but it's useless. The reason I say that is because here's why. Because that's trading information.
Yeah, exactly.
That's trading information. That's stuff that you've learned for a long time. And if you're trading in this environment right now, this volatile, when the stock market is this volatile, there's big trouble, right? And if you're chasing that dragon out there right now with all of heads full of this information, you're looking to get wrecked, especially if you're not a person that really understands this shit. Mm-hmm. If you just are surface listening and you're getting a lot of fucking confidence and trading balls because, you think you know more now because somebody told you something, then you're making a big mistake. See, Hex is changing that because now, I can listen to all this stuff and go, it's cool to watch. I'm glad to see that they're going to wreck some bad actors in the space. I'm glad to see that mentalities are changing. But I'm staked, and what's really exciting me is my mad fucking gains every day.
Absolutely, 7 p.m.
My mad gains every day, and it's a completely different world. I live in a different world. I live in the staker class world. Yeah. I don't have to worry about none of this shit. I don't have to worry about markets. I don't have to worry about market costs. I don't have to worry about Bitcoin. I don't have to worry Bitcoin. I don't have to worry about Ethereum. I don't have to worry about none of that other bullshit because my Hex is making so much every day. No matter what the market does. No matter what the market. I'm in a completely separate, decorrelated ecosystem that has nothing to do with any of that shit. Now, does crypto prices in general affect the price of my Hex? Of course it does, but that doesn't matter to me because I'm staked out for so long that price today don't mean fuck all to RG3. Don't mean
absolutely. And just to clarify one more thing, RG, I think is important is the only reason why I even entertain and watching those charts is because one of the key things that I always said is true accumulation never ends. It's just an indicator for me to know when to buy more of the dip to add to my stash. Make sense? Because I'm literally net buying all the time, right? The one thing that Warren Buffett at least thought that was great, which is he's been a net buyer of stock and just building the wealth. So that's the only reason why. I mean, besides for fun, like you said, and watching people getting wrecked.
It's so much entertainment. I love it. I love the entertainment of this, and I can't wait to see when it all comes crashing down. I mean, maybe it's cynical, but there's some bad actors that are going to deserve it, and it's going to be.
Sometimes people got to learn the hard way, right? To be fair, we had to learn too, right? We had to learn too to pay the tuition. So sometimes you tell somebody what not to do when they still want to do it. So hey, go learn.
Always, bro. Always. No matter what you always tell somebody, hey, don't do that, don't do that. They go and they fucking.
That's why I practice what Richard does. You see, my brother got saved because I took the money out of his hands by having him being staked already. And then he showed to his friend after we talk about Hex, and then he showed, look, I got the 10-year, my 15-year stake. Look, my brother already got a couple X's already because I got him right after I got in because I want I share with my family right away. So he literally doesn't have any money to be scammed from because it's already staked. So
and I know that some of you out there are sitting on your Robinhood app right now, looking at it, going, man, I might have been a little over leverage on this thing, or man, I hope I get out of this thing on time.
Well, it's not 25 like crypto right now. It's after hours closed. And then
I know there's some of you
you better be up early, like 7 a.m. because people don't realize pre-market is very early. Sometimes people only take care of 9 a.m. because there's no real activity. But the hot coins, they're gonna start dancing early. But the liquidity is so low. Oh, dude, it's gonna be. Well, hey, listen, people.
Well, hey.
What's that?
Let them learn. Let them learn.
Well, hey.
Hey. Listen, I never, like RG said, I never wish bad on people. I wish everybody mad gains. But again, sometimes talk is cheap, man. Let them learn. You know, we did our part. We did the gospel. We did the wording. The rest is, hey, you want to.
These stock market guys are supposed to be all even keeled and stuff, right? If you make 20% in a day on your stock, bro.
Yeah.
You gotta take some profit.
Because they're not used to that, right? They're not used to crypto. They see 20%, like, oh my God.
The fact that somebody could even make that kind of gain on a trade of a stock, on a price fluctuation or whatever, is saying that the game is broken, because stocks weren't built for that. Stocks were built because, you know, companies said, hey, we want to increase our abilities and offer some of the piece of our pie to people who believe in us. And we're going to go work hard for them. And because they believe in us, we're going to work hard, and we're going to create a symbiotic relationship between the stock owner and the company. So all of that, in which it started to be, was a good thing. It was a good thing. It brought the community and companies together to grow and develop, create infrastructure, and all these other things that we have today. But along the way, greedy people got involved, and they changed that whole system up to where the stock buyer that trades at milliseconds has zero connection to that company that's doing that business. Zero care, zero connection, to the extreme that this guy that trades in milliseconds is trading on the fact that that stock, not only will it not do good in his portfolio, but that it's going to fail. I'm going to make money if that company fails. I'm going to sit here and look at that company and hope for its demise so that I can make money off it.
Yeah, because again, those things
is a completely twisted fucking thought. It's
because they were over-shorting that thing. And then I heard Tom Lee said that statistic when he was on CNBC, which was great. Last year, listen to this, right? The average length of a stock being held was like 90 seconds. Some crazy stuff like that. So, yeah. So it just goes to show, to your point, RG, that not only is broken, but it's a complete disconnection, because again, it's just about it's just like in crypto, but a little bit worse, because it's supposed to not be like that for traditional market. Like it's just hype. They're chasing the next hype and jumping from this coin to that coin. And what's dangerous is that ultimately we all know how it ends, in tears. And some of those big Wall Street guys, the good news is they had it coming. It's kind of hilarious and hypocritical. They're bitching about them losing their money when they used to do that to the little guy all the time. They used to crush. They used to, because they have all the knowledge. They have the money plus all the knowledge of how to short. Now
listen to what Hex does. What Hex does is, so you're the believer in the Hex product and in the ability to go and stake and become part of the community, part of the stock price, part of the company, part of the entity itself. So you believe in it, and you believe in the value of it, because pooled together, everybody is going to make a better place for people to store value and be able to have returns because of the contract. We have a contract. So that's the belief, right? So we come in, and on top of coming in, what you do is, when you do come in, you bring the price up, and you create longevity by staking it. When you stake it, you're not trading, you're not holding to wait to crush somebody or to hurt somebody else or to get somebody else's bag or any of that stuff. The staker class is coming in and realizing, that delayed gratification, that if I stake out here, I'm helping the community, I'm helping the product, and I'm going to receive gains on it in the future. And that is a completely different mentality. It's a completely different culture. It's a completely different way of, and it's even better than the original stock plan that I was talking about earlier, where people believed in the product, they put their money in it, and the company grew, and there was a symbiotic relationship of you do well, and we're going to support you, and we're all going to be one here and move forward. Hex is even better than that because that middleman and it's trustless. So you don't have to trust that the people in the company are going to do the right thing. The contract does the right thing automatically.
Yeah.
So you're getting involved.
Finished.
It's trustless. So you don't have to, trust the company's going to do the right thing. It's done.
Yeah.
And then you get to be involved and you get to be part of the community and you get to reap the gains of it, by waiting for those waiting to realize those gains.
Right.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Something happened. I don't know what happened, but thing got cut off. But yeah, like I said, our average length is 5 years instead of 90 seconds. Right? So none of that.
There you go.
So bullish. And again, like Richard perfectly said, because he has so many great quotes, but provably, right? Because there's a penalty if you unstake. No BS, because everybody knows the game of the parabola, right? Some people think it's going to continue to go up, but some other people, they may lie to you and say, oh, yeah, I'm holding, and let's do it for the cause. And then they dump on your heads. And by the time you realize what's going on, it's too late.
Yep.
Too
late. All right, man. Well, we've gone 30 minutes over, and but we wanted to bring you in, Kareem. We always appreciate you. Love your energy and your brain, man. You're smart. Glad you've got all that information that I don't need to worry about. It's always good to have people like you around.
Yeah, and I'm very excited, guys. And my little kind of closing message is we have so many great things coming up. Again, shout out to Staker app again, coming out with a great thing again and helping us for the mass adoption. I'm very, very amazed that we got that many downloads already, which is great. Adoption is doing great. Shout out to all the streamers. People don't realize that works goes a long way. However small or whatever, you'll be surprised. Those videos going to be here for a very long time. Future Hexicans can watch those as well. Continue to work, double down. You're adding value to a finished product and you're adding value to our community. So I want to give a big shout out to all those peoples. Again, EIP 155 around the corner. A lot of other things. We are on the right network, okay? Like I told Ballard Brand earlier, don't worry about the fees. Just take longer. That thing solve itself, okay? Your interest is going to pay for that. By the time you're in stake, you'll be surprised. Maybe the fee is 10 times less because the upgrades are in.
Even if it's 10 times more, you won't care about
you won't be worried
about the money that you're going to be pulling out. So don't worry about it. Stake longer, like you said. All right, Kareem, thanks a lot for coming in, bro. Appreciate you, man.
See you guys Friday.
Right. Take care. See you Friday.
Yep.
Nice. Good having Kareem in, man.
Oh, yeah, man.
As long as I could jump on top of him and stop him every once in a while, let me talk. That's just what I have to. That's just what you got to do with Kareem. But I mean, it's definitely not bad hearing him talk all the time because he's got good stuff to say. Again, though, I don't think that that all that stuff's necessary. You don't need to know what Kareem knows. You don't, because all that stuff's getting people wrecked right now, and all that stuff that he knows is good. How can I say it? It's good to have it in your repertoire. It's good to be somebody who can speak with knowledge and in that arena. But really, does it matter? Because all of those people, they're in the wrong game. That's the wrong game. That short game is the wrong game. You should always be looking for the long game. The long game is what's coming. That's what's coming, guys. This short game shit is about to die a weary death. It's gonna die. This pumping of, like I said, in 2007, 2008, when all of this loan scam bullshit that was going on, I was sitting back. I mean, I struggled to buy my first house, put the money together, fucking, scrimp and save and put my shackles in and sell things that I wanted to keep and get that first house for me and my wife. And I remember a few years after I had done that and then working weekends every weekend so that I could pay for it and keep her home with the kids and all that stuff, and then all of a sudden I seen people that I was working with that, they hadn't been in the industry as long as I have. And they're buying houses more expensive than mine.
Right.
You know, dropping in on it like it was nothing. And I knew these cats didn't have, you know, the type of cash to drop on a down payment like that and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And then I was like, man, what the hell is up? What's wrong with me? You know, at first I was like, what's wrong with me, man? Why don't I go out and look for a bigger house or something? You know, these cats are dropping in on this shit. And then so I started like looking into it a little bit, what was going on. And then I found that they were doing all these liar loans and these, you know, stated income loans and all this stuff. And I was like, man, when I got my first loan, like I had to like lay everything out on the table, like my little miserable existence, you know, oh, I make this much money per hour and I got this asset and I got this car payment and I had to like qualify and I had to give up, you know, all of this, you know, all of my down payment and everything. Yeah. And then I was like, you know, what the, you know, what are these guys doing that I'm not doing? And they did it. They were able to get all these liar loans and shit. And I couldn't understand it. I couldn't understand why they were doing it. And then I realized what it was, and it wasn't me. It was them. And then all of that shit fell down, and a lot of them lost their houses. A lot of them lost all their shit, and that was that. You know, so it's happening again. History repeats itself. There's nothing new under the sun. They're leveraging everybody again. It's all about leveraging the masses to pad their pockets, and there's vultures around it. And if you watch that movie, what was that movie? The Big Short.
Big Short, yeah.
Watch The Big Short, and that will give you all the information you need to understand and how to navigate what's happening out there right now. This whole thing in the stock market, guys, get the fuck away from it. Stay away from it. Don't play in that game, because people are going to get wrecked just like they did in the housing market. There's a bunch of sharks swimming around that thing, and they're leveraging everybody out like they leveraged everybody out in the housing market back in 2006, 2007, 2008. So beware. Just beware. Be smart. Put your money away where it's going to be safe if that's what you're doing, and hold on to it and put it in something that's making gains. And we talk about Hex here because that's what it does. It's delayed gratification long term. So anyway.
Yep.
All right, bro.
All right, man.
That's all I got. Is that all you got?
That's all I got. Just, yeah, be careful. I mean, I would not be in stocks right now. Fudge that.
I would stay.
Fudge that, man. I would, if I had to choose, I don't know. If I had to tell my brother, and my brother was in that stuff, I would tell him, yo, take half the money you have in stocks, put it in your savings account, throw some into some crypto, into some Hex,
yeah.
And then that's it. But keep some savings, because
shit, it's almost safer underneath your mattress right now.
It literally is.
I mean, I can't tell people put it in banking. I mean, it's miserable, man. It is. The bank is miserable. The savings are miserable. Everything's miserable, and the housing prices are at the top of the market right now. So you can't put it in that. You know, I mean, there's all kinds of stuff that you can do, but anyway, all right.
All right, dude.
So I've got my whole family in the room right now, and this is really cool. Let me finish my stream, guys, and I'll get back to you. My wife is like, she just doesn't care. She doesn't care. She's like walking around. Oh man! All right, guys, everybody, thank you for hanging out with us tonight. Effing Hangout is next on Friday. Don't forget to go hang out with our buddy Knipples tomorrow morning, especially for those of you Aussies and everything else. It's turning into like the European Hex stream, but he's there every morning at 7 a.m. Pacific time, and he's going to have guests on tomorrow, and it's going to be a whole ton of fun. And hey, everybody, thanks for the super chat stuff, for dropping some cash on the YouTubes. Appreciate you. Also, like, comment, subscribe. We're starting to pump up we've got some algorithm stuff going on, so we're building the YouTube stream. We're getting more people coming in and liking us. And so make a comment and subscribe to us. We appreciate all that. And we want to build Hex. We want to bring people to the right side of crypto investing and looking at the right things versus the things that are shiny, bright, and wrecking people. So appreciate you all. We'll catch you all on Friday. See you then.
Stake your hex or you'll be a noob. Sell GameStop and buy some hex.